Wednesday afternoon right now.
That's high fidelity right there. That is the highest possible fidelity.
Oh, my God.
None other than Buck Swope. That's right,
Wow.
baby. That's right. I thought when we saw, that was Buck Swope's quote with the TK421.
Oh, my God.
When he was no longer acting and trying to sell stereos. I'm an actor. I'm an actor, sir.
Actor. Yes.
I mean, sure, a certain type of actor. How you feeling, DeMarco?
You're messing me up, man.
Yeah?
Your eyes, the glasses, I can't look at you
I look
right
good,
now.
though, right?
Well, yeah, you look like Jack Nicholson, to be
That's
honest.
what, yeah.
That's what I said.
Jack Nicholson's
Doesn't he look like
85
Jack?
years old.
No, you
Take
got
offense to that.
You got the Nicholson look right now. You do. You
I
got
don't,
the smile.
by the way, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
That courtside appearance, yeah.
All right.
Come on now.
You're talking me into it.
Give me a here. No, you can't give me a.
Here's Johnny.
No, that doesn't work with the glasses.
No, that
what
was.
would glasses Nicholson say? He'd
like,
say something
well,
about
he wore the glasses on the sideline of the Laker games.
What would he
like
say at Laker games?
his role? I don't know. He'd just stand up and he'd kind of give you a little clap along the
you
way.
look just like him when you did that.
I'll
was
take
it right there.
I'll take it.
Yes.
If we turn off all those lights behind DeMarco, will you do the rest of the show with your glasses off, just looking at DeMarco?
No,
Staring
man.
directly into his eyes.
Here's
Johnny.
So here's the thing. I think they're getting a little better because I took them off to show Andy, and it didn't feel like someone was stabbing me in the eyes.
That's
so
Andy.
so I think we're getting a little
For
bit
my
better.
sake, don't do it. I swear. The hair on the back of
What if
my
I look
neck
over the
is still.
top like
Stop,
this?
man. That is not cool.
Take him off. Take him off.
And so Emily was the only one that knew something had happened to me because she knew that I would not be walking through the studios with my glasses on for no good reason.
Yeah.
So she was the one did you have eye surgery or
Well,
something?
yeah. Either that or you and Greg went outside.
Got-
that's what I
gave him a
relaxed
shiner.
a little bit
That's what
before
I
the
thought.
show.
Chill
No,
out
I
a
don't.
little bit.
That's not
He
really.
failed his
either
last
of us.
test, and you got to smack him around
Is
a
that
little
what
bit.
it is?
Right.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Well,
That's
well.
right.
Mason's not here, so.
Now, did Momo check out? Dang, I had a question. Okay, never mind.
What'd you want to ask her? Maybe I know.
It's the AR question.
Doubt
The
it.
same question I asked them in the room. DeAndre kind of spurred this. We're talking about, are we going to hear from Windhorse about the offseason and the Lakers because you still think there's hope? I'm on the other side of this thing.
I wouldn't say I think there's
No.
hope. I think that Trudell convinced me that there's a very, very specific path to maybe sort of kind of extending this series.
You said fight like hell,
Yeah.
survive is the word.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, I'm laying down the king.
Yeah.
The game is over. We
Yeah.
all know this. So just Windhorse is going to talk about the offseason. And then DeAndre said in the back room, we're talking about big men replacement. And I'm like, who? Give me names. Let me see if I can picture that guy. And what name did you throw out?
I just said another big man.
This is all hypothetical. We're having fun.
I said Mitchell Robbins.
Mitchell Robbins.
Yeah.
So who is he compared to what the Lakers have now? And you said
He's a way better rim protector than DeAndre Ayton, and he's a better rebounder.
slightly better than DeAndre. Slightly better than DeAndre Ayton is the way it was phrased, right? So this is all in the backdrop of AR and how do you keep him and all that type of stuff, and LeBron and what he's going to cost in the offseason. We'll get into that in a hot minute. But I said, what if I could change your mind on that? What if I said I can give you a top flight big man, not just a STP gas treatment, just slightly better than what you had? What if I give you a guy that's actually a difference maker as a big, but it would cost you AR?
I would need to know who you're talking about.
Pick your average big guy. I don't know.
I think it matters. The specifics matter. I really want to keep Austin Reaves, but I'm not married to the point of there is no scenario where I wouldn't consider doing something different.
Nameless big that's a difference maker. I don't know. I mean, without trying to start rumors and nonsense like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be inclined, without a specific name to consider, I would be inclined to want to keep Austin Reaves.
But I mean, you can just go with the premise, and I'll ask Greg. Top flight big that's actually a difference maker in today's NBA. Nameless guy, but just that guy. A great big or AR.
So there is a lot to it, and we're gonna when we hear the sound from Windhorse, maybe you want to do it in the next segment, Trav. But at some point he talks about cap holds and a lot of different things. So AR is not going to cost as much as we maybe originally thought. So that would change that. But typically, if it was just 1-for-1 in what you're asking me, I probably go with the high level big because of what you have in Denver with Jokic, what you have going on in Oklahoma City.
That's where I was trying to get to.
Yeah, basically you have to match up with other teams.
I feel you on
need
name matters. I do. It matters, and we have to be on board. But I'm just talking about a top flight big.
I think I'd still lean towards the Reeves side of the equation.
You still would? big. Okay.
I think so. I think that scoring matters a great deal in the NBA, and Austin Reaves can get buckets. And I think I can get enough defensive help elsewhere, assuming that we're going to move all the other pieces on the board.
Right.
Like the rest of the pieces are going to be different.
Well, the other part we'll get to.
Yeah. So that it's not a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
I think I would still keep Reaves. I think Reaves is a very valuable guy as an offensive player, but that assumes that we're getting a lot better defensively in other places.
Okay, and that's philosophical differences. You like tomatoes, I like tomatoes. The other thing I had was and this is no disrespect, I love the guy. Don't get me wrong.
Reaves, we're talking.
Yeah, they are. I do. I love watching him play. He's fun to watch.
He is.
But who did the social thing when you were asking Laker fans about AR? And
it was our guy Jonathan Martin.
Yeah, was asking Laker fans about, what if AR wasn't here or whatever. Some guy said he'd burn the house down. I never understood how deep that connection went with AR and the Lakers.
It's deep. It's deep.
Then tell me why.
I think a lot of it is that he is a Laker in the sense he didn't come from somewhere else. We've seen him get better year from year from year from year, right? He's climbed the improvement ladder successfully. A little bit of that.
Okay.
And the other thing is, I think it's very easy to see how hard he plays. Like some guys play just as hard, but it looks a little easier for them. Like when he's playing and going 100 miles an hour, it's a lot of blood and guts, and it shows, and people appreciate that. I think that's a big part of it. But I think the biggest part of it is we love our Lakers that are always Lakers, that came here and were Lakers from the jump. That's why I think that there are three guys in particular that hold a very special place in Laker history, and it's West, and it's Magic, and it's Kobe. Mm-hmm. They didn't go anywhere else. They didn't play for anybody else. They were just Lakers that, as much as we all loved Shaq moved around. Kareem came from somewhere else. Luka was over here. Anthony Davis was here. LeBron was there. Like, these guys all came. But those guys that come through and are only Lakers, and like James Worthy, I think, is another one. Like, we have a special place in our heart for those guys that just played in L.A., and I think that's where Reaves fits in.
Over the years I've been watching basketball, NBA basketball, and Laker basketball, I'd never thought that he would be in that octagon of untouchable.
I don't think,
especially when you. How long has it been since
5 years?
Okay,
maybe, I mean
that's pretty long.
Yeah. I don't think he's untouchable. I would push back on that. I don't think he's untouchable.
It seems like he is to some people. Like,
well, maybe to some people. I'm just speaking for myself. No, they traded Anthony Davis, so there are scenarios out there where anybody can be moved. Yeah,
Davis, who played 6 years for the Lakers, by the way.
Right, and won a title. Yeah, and was
had a huge shot against Denver.
Right. Yeah, so I'm not saying that there's no way to do it. I'm just saying that just conceptually, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of guys that I would trade Austin Reaves for.
You answered the question, so the connection is he's a Laker. He's born a Laker. This is what he is.
And he plays hard, and you can tell.
Okay. Hey, so, Trav, do you think that him not playing in the postseason, potentially, if he doesn't play, but is not playing in the postseason actually helps his value with the Lakers?
Maybe. I understand where you're going with that. We can talk about what they're going to do next coming up in just a little bit, because there's some financial components of this that have nothing to do with whether you play well, whether you don't play well. Because if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, Greg, it's if he plays in the playoffs and looks like he looked in the playoffs a year ago, it's one of those, oh boy, right? As opposed to if he plays great, it's like, okay, that's our guy. And if there's no data, there's no input, it's like, he'll probably be okay. And that's a whole different kettle of fish.
You see what you did in the regular season and go, they worked. Luka and AR worked together. You can see it, but you didn't see it in the playoffs, which is a totally different animal.
There's a whole nother thing going on here too. We talked a little bit about it with Trudell yesterday. They can get a lot better and still not be anywhere near the top.
Because of the West.
That's the other thing with what's going on in San Antonio, with what's happening in OKC, with Jokic is doing in Denver, that you could get a lot better and still be the fourth best team in your conference.
Which makes me ask, like I said, if you really want to get in this thing in the West, you're going to have to maybe,
and that's why I think
guys overboard.
That's why I think the specifics of it matter. Like if all of a sudden you're talking about, I don't know who's the best. You're not going to get Jokic. You're not going to get something like that. And age matters too. Like, would I do it for Giannis? I don't know. I think you're right back on that same old treadmill again.
I think that's the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
That's basically what it would be, actually.
There's a lot of moving parts, but the money matters more than anything else. We'll get into that coming up. Greg is here on a Wednesday. I'm wearing glasses. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Big Magic Johnson.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I was walking towards the dude with the face tattoo, and then I moved on the other side of Beto so that Beto was closer to the guy with the face tattoo, just in case the guy with the face tattoo just decided to go all crazy on me.
I don't know why you're so scared.
There was a stabbing downtown the other day.
So you get stabbed.
You sound like when my kid gets drilled in Little League. I'd be like, you're good. Take a breath. You're okay.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty DRE number 019-15-21-2.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Smalls here. Did you know there are many ways to do your taxes with H&R Block? You can go to a local office and get expert help in person, or you can choose virtual tax prep and get expert help without leaving home. Or you can even do them yourself online with live human help standing by. Whatever you choose, you can file with confidence, having H&R Block's 70-plus years of tax expertise in your corner. Switch today and file your way at hrblock.com.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
They told me you used to be hip, Trev.
Used to be?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
They said, like sweet tea used to be hip. Like you can get down.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
I'm pretty comfortable wherever I need to be comfortable.
There you go. You should take him to the club.
Back to the guys.
Have you ever heard this song before? And if you can name the movie that it's from, I'll be very, very impressed. So this is from the movie Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, okay.
So I was looking at the YouTube, and at one point you were listening to DeMarco, and you had no expression, no nothing. You looked like Bernie, like you were just dead, sitting there and just staring at DeMarco, and we were holding you up by strings.
Oh my God!
Well, like they say, you know, the eyes are the window to the soul.
Yeah.
And now that you can't see my eyes, I've just got this dead expression, I guess.
I kind of like the sunglasses, though. You should rock the look.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you know,
I disagree with John Ireland. You can wear sunglasses indoors.
There's an old joke about there's two people that wear sunglasses inside: blind people and a-holes.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what's Cappy?
Well, he's not blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get offended by that when you see guys wearing sunglasses indoors?
I mean, it's weird.
I don't get offended by it, but it's like, dude, what are we doing?
Really?
Like, what do we? Why? What's the point?
I always love seeing them wear like
cool.
I like seeing them wear sunglasses at Lakers games and stuff.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
courtside.
okay.
They got the glass. Oh yeah,
you got to be able to pull it off.
Come on now.
Just can't be Joe Bag of Donuts.
Oh, this is so good. Aunt Esther in the chat says Travis looks like he's hunting for Neo.
Oh my God, you are Agent Smith.
We're gonna stick with Jack Nicholson, and we'll go with that.
Say Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Oh my God,
no, you have to go,
Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
Is that guy's name? The guy with the green suit?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That guy retired from acting. You know?
Did he really?
What's the actor's name?
I don't know, but he was in that and Lord of the Rings at the exact same time.
Lord of the Rings.
Two pretty big movies.
He played the Red Skull in G.I. Joe, or not G.I. Joe, Captain America, and then quit acting. He said, "This is not what I signed up to be."
Those are really big movies.
He was great in them, and he was like, "This is not what I signed up to be," and like quit acting. Missed that guy, but you do look
maybe
like
he's
oh
waiting
my
for a big
God.
check to get him back in Matrix 7 or whatever Matrix we're on.
Did you see Weekend at Bernie's though? Were you a Weekend at Bernie's fan?
I have seen the Weekend at Bernie's is
Weekend
one
at
of
Bernie's
those movies that I don't think I've ever seen it from the opening to the end in a row, but I think I've seen every scene in the movie.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Did you see it, DeMarco?
Of course.
Oh, I loved it. And
Yeah.
also,
It
did you
was a
see the
thing
second
for a
one?
while.
Oh, for sure. Did you see the second one where they brought him back from the dead?
I think
Would they dig him up?
Yeah, I think
dug
I
him up.
gave up after that. Like
Hugo Weaving, by the
Hugo
way.
Weaving was the guy. That's who you look like.
Hugo Weaving.
Yes.
Can we get a picture of Hugo Weaving next to Travis with his
It
glasses?
doesn't really
It
look
tracks.
like Trav.
It
but-
tracks.
Thank you, Laura.
No, it does.
Mr.
It tracks
Anderson.
just a little.
Mr.
I'll take Jack.
Anderson.
We're going with Jack.
Maybe Agent Smith's dad.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
we go.
His dad. That's. I almost used profanity on the
I
radio.
just slipped that in there.
That's messed up. I was going to say something else, but
My bad.
we'll go with
My bad.
we'll go with messed up.
Well, are we're going to the LeBron angle, or
Sure.
are we going to talk
Unless you
about
wanna do something
JJ
different.
cracking the whip? I loved it. Way to
Yeah.
go, JJ.
Yeah. Why'd you like it?
Because look, what choice do you have? You're going to have to rally the troops, man. You
What
got to
if
get
it sends
these.
them the other way?
Well, then, I was just about to say something. Then
Yeah.
then you're showing that you're a guy the Lakers can't use. Because look, this is it. We got to go hard against all odds. We got to come hard down the hard road. So I would want guys that want to fight. I'm glad he showed some fang. I really am. I'm glad he's not quitting. Even though
I don't think he's quitting.
Even though I think you're overmatched, you have no shot. I'm glad he's not quitting. That's what we talked about. Good for him.
Yeah, I look at it a little differently. I like that he's invested. I like that he's challenging his guys. I really do. I think that it's an important part of coaching is, when you see something you don't like, call it out and hope that they get the response they want. The issue that I see is twofold. Number one, this was the first game that they were playing in where they didn't have their guys, right? This was the first time we're really fighting with one hand tied behind our back. And that was the moment that he got most animated. I thought was a little peculiar. It's like, this is to your point, to I think all Laker fans, like, there isn't a thing that you can do to get this to work tonight. It's a mismatch. So I'm not saying that you don't call it out, but I think that the way in which it was called out was problematic. I think that when you yank Rui 2 minutes into the game, it's embarrassing to Rui. Maybe that was the goal.
So.
I think when you call timeout right after the beginning of the second quarter, shortly thereafter, just to take Vando out of the game, it's designed not just to get him out of the game, but to embarrass him, because you could have taken him out at the end of the quarter, and it's really not nearly as much. I think that was the response, because, look, I'm not saying they're going to win any more games this year. They may not, but you're going to have to play Rui. You're going to have to hope he plays well. You're going to have to probably play Vando 15, 18 minutes a game.
What are they not going to play now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if all of a sudden they're in a place where it's like, blank this.
I mean, so what are they going to do? Not play?
No, they'll play, but
Yeah.
there's a difference between being fully invested and just kind of being like, let's just get this thing over
Well,
with.
it's how-
There's a million miles between those
Either
two
way,
things.
I can't lose, but I've heard coaches tell guys to their face, you're not good enough to play that way.
Mm-hmm.
The way you're playing, the way we need you to play right now, you're not good enough to do that.
Yeah.
And if I just told you this and then 2 seconds later you do exactly what I told you not to do,
Yeah.
I'd yank you.
Yeah, I
We
don't
don't
have a
need that.
problem with them taking
Yeah.
him out of the games. I don't have a problem with them being coached. I'm saying we got to get to the finish line, and then hopefully we'll call it the Trudell plan that he laid out yesterday.
Yeah.
Then hopefully
Hope
that
floats.
kind of comes in, and we can kind of get through it. But if you, I don't want to use this word because it's not the right word, but I can't come up with a better word for it. But if in the first time that you're really shorthanded, you panic to the point where I'm going to embarrass two of my guys, I didn't like the response. I don't mind had he coached him really hard.
Yeah.
I don't
I think
either,
he's
and
just
that's
trying to make
what I
a
said.
point. Yeah.
But the point wasn't just you need to do better. It was you need to do better, and I'm going to embarrass you for not doing better.
Well,
That's
Laura,
the part that I didn't like.
We were talking about this yesterday, and I said I'd rather have a coach that goes too far this way than too passive,
Mhm.
especially when we're facing the great beyond, and we know we're about to get smoked. And morale is important. That's
what I'm talking about.
You got to worry about the guys you have to face. Well,
Yeah.
forget that. Worry about me.
Yeah.
It's all about us. That's what I'm saying.
I think we're both kind of saying the same thing. I think
Yeah.
we're just disagreeing on how we want to get there.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't mind it.
we
Yeah.
want the morale to be good. I'm going to need Rui to play lights out. I'm going to need Vando to have the best 3 games of his Laker career. I'm going to need him to be good in the playoffs. And if
Right.
I just basically put him on blast in front of everybody, I don't know if that's the best way to get the best out of him. That's my not that it happened.
I don't know how to
I got
coach
yelled at, you got
players.
yelled at. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's a basketball, a football, a baseball. I think every person is different. Some guys, when you yell at them, they respond exactly the way they want. Some guys, when you yell at them, they shut down.
I thought
you need to
Vando's
pick your
reaction
guys.
was wrong. You don't go into the huddle like that. That's if you get benched, you get benched.
Well, he didn't just get benched. He got embarrassed and benched.
Go
and
sit down.
And if you embarrass me, I'm going to try to embarrass you. I think that's the response of some people.
Yeah, I didn't like the reaction though.
I understand.
It is what it is. I mean, like I'm saying, you're going to need him to be at his best, and there's a certain style and a game plan you need.
But why is it okay for you to embarrass me, but I can't embarrass you? What's the why?
Only if you deserve it. I don't know what the hell he was asked to do. Outside of missing 3 free throws, I mean, could you really yank a guy for missing free throws?
No, but I'm saying that they could have taken him out 16 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
And we're not having this conversation. But instead, it's put him back out there, boom, timeout, yank him out in front of everybody. I think that wasn't the benching, it was the way in which it went down that I think triggered the reaction.
Well, that's the other thing. It's obvious that JJ don't like him, so I don't think he's going to be a part of the long-term planning here.
I think that's for sure.
That's strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was going to happen anyway.
Right.
But again, I think we agree on this point.
Yeah.
I need to get the best out of him for whether it's another 3 games, another 7 games, or however long this goes, that we're going to cut ties. Yeah. That's going to happen. But these next 3 or 7,
we're going to have
try
to play
figure
a certain
something
way,
out.
and if you don't fit, then no, you may be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need you to play this way. I liked it. I was curious as to how he was going to react when you're down 3-4 of your best guys, if you count Jackson Hayes as one of your best guys.
The whole team, basically.
But I wonder how you react to that when you're facing the defending champs.
Yeah.
Okay, you showed a little something. You didn't just sit there with your hands in your pocket. I liked it. That's exactly what I would look for in a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad if it came at the expense of embarrassing a guy.
So
that's probably not going to be here.
So being in there in attendance and seeing that first quarter and seeing how he was trying to get Rui in his spots, and he's been in this Lakers franchise for 3-4 years, right? And Rui has had some moments, specifically in that Memphis Grizzlies series where Rui was going off. Like he's had some moments with the Lakers. One thing that I just couldn't wrap my head about, being in attendance and actually just seeing everything go down. And JJ having to yell at him, Rui, get in your spot.
Get over to your spot.
Get in your spot. You can literally hear him from where we're sitting at.
Oh,
I'm like, okay.
crap.
And you're seeing him having this. Rui messed up.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
I was saying, like, you see him and Rui messed up on a defensive assignment.
Yeah.
And then he's really like, Rui, come on, call the timeout immediately. And he's sitting there and he's actually like telling him, you need to be here. This is why this is working out. I'm subbing you out.
Yeah.
And so then Rui, he didn't pout. He walked to the bench,
Right.
got some icing around his knee.
Yeah.
Took the coaching because he came back later in the game. He made a couple of shots,
You don't
mid-range.
walk in the huddle.
But
Yeah.
the one thing is, like with Vanderbilt, seeing it with my own eyes, and with how that play went down, as far as him getting fouled in the corner, and then getting to the free throw line, he misses 3 free throws. Honestly, I didn't see what happened when with him coming into the huddle and talking to JJ Redick, and then it still transpired even more after that. But see, I just think that when you're Vanderbilt and you had moments where when you did not play, you had a lot of DMPs. It's like that moment right now where JJ is trying to find every single answer to try to find out who can he trust for 9 guys, because it's going to come down to, I got to be able to trust somebody on this rotation, because we're looking at G League guys out there. And like, it was not fun to watch. And so he's trying to put the best product around LeBron, around Marcus Smart, around Luke Kennard to potentially try to extend this a series for Luka Doncic to come back.
But don't you think he's going to need Vanderbilt to at least be available against Houston if they're going to try to extend that series? Doesn't he at least have to be able to put him in there and hope that he gets the best version of him? Because, look, I'm not saying that Vando is a great player, but he's going to have to play. They're just so shorthanded, right? You're going to need nine guys or so.
I hope
he's
he
one of
responds
those
the right
9 guys.
way.
I hope so, too.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if after what happened, if now you just didn't lose him for good.
Well, if you get embarrassed by your coach, and it happens, JJ's right or wrong, you're right, it was embarrassing. How would you respond to that? Would you go into the tank, this guy hates me, or would you respond and try to prove him wrong? Me, I think I'd be trying to flush. Every time I would, I'd point at him.
Yeah, I think that's the best case outcome. I think the worst case outcome is, dude, blank you. I'm not doing. I'll go out there, but You don't have my back. I don't have yours.
That's also an option.
Yeah.
That's also
you
an
know,
option.
You know what worries me? Because we always talk about last year's playoff series, and remember J.J. Redick only playing 5 guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's worrying me, seeing how he responded post-game and saying that, it's going to get to the point where he's probably not going to – he's only going to play 5 again, or maybe 6.
Then they'll get the same result.
Get the same
But
results.
they're going to get the same result anyway because they're just so shorthanded, unfortunately. But, man, it happens fast.
Oh, my
it
God.
went from everything was awesome to everything kind of stinks.
Rotten,
in the
terrible.
sense of, what, the Spanish should say, 5 days?
Here we are again.
5 days. It happened that quickly. And now, by the way, the end of the season may be coming a lot more soon than we would have liked. And that's where the economics come in. We'll give you an idea of not only who, but how quickly some people need to make some decisions. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Los Angeles, your chance to win an Aston Martin is waiting for you at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can receive entries on Thursdays and Saturdays in April for a chance to win a 2026 Aston Martin. Not a member yet? Signing up is easy. Visit casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. That's casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Or download the Unity by Hard Rock app. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and as someone who doesn't have time to overthink shopping, I love how simple my VisionWorks store in Santa Ana made it for me. The frames are organized by shape and price, and there was a great variety of frames to choose from. No matter what style you're looking for, VisionWorks has it. Scheduling my eye exam, though, that was easy with evening and weekend appointments at all locations. And here's the best part. The friendly and knowledgeable VisionWorks teammates are insurance experts, and they'll help you maximize your options whether you have insurance or not. If you want or need glasses without the hassle, VisionWorks makes it simple.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
Thicker.
A little firmer.
A little firmer, a little thicker. And
I
like
like mine a little firmer, too.
Yeah.
DeMarco and Travis continue.
A little thicker, a little firmer.
Here are the guys.
Blues Brothers.
I know.
And if any of you say John Belushi, I'm walking out of here.
Nope. Nope. Can't go there.
Yeah.
Can't go there.
I
But
might.
do you think you're Dan Aykroyd?
No, but I'd rather be Aykroyd than Belushi.
What is it? It's 300 miles to Chicago. It's dark. We have a half-pack of cigarettes. Something like that. Whatever it is. Hit it.
Hey, man, that dude could drink, though.
Oh, yeah.
He could do a lot of things.
Yeah, he was funny.
A lot of
man.
things at once.
He was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was great.
Yep.
So, Greg, you were telling me about how I need to start to understand the cap hold.
Yes, the cap hold. The cap hold is something that Brian Windhorst this morning was talking about, and how it means more to your overall. Was it not free agency? Either way, Brian Windhorst talked about it this morning, and he talked about it in the reference, and he made it very, very easy with it. If you had $100, so DeAndre, if you have Brian Windhorst on LeBron, you got it.
LeBron's cap hold is enormous. LeBron's cap hold is like 60 or 65 million.
Right.
Okay. So the Lakers have to deal with LeBron first. And this is going to be kind of difficult because is LeBron going to know on June 15th what he's going to do for next year? Okay, let's say he wants to play. How much are you going to play for? Because the Lakers either have to sign LeBron to a new contract or renounce his rights to get rid of that $65 million. They've either got to have LeBron, what are you going to play for next year? You're going to play for 30? Okay, good. You've got 30. Now you're cap hold. Now you're going to be for 30. Now we've got that other 35 to do stuff with. LeBron, you don't know what you're going to do next year? We got to sign these players. I'm sorry, LeBron. We're going to have to renounce your rights. Good luck to you. Now his cap hold 0, but they can't then go over the cap to re-sign him.
Can they renounce his rights, go sign other guys, and then sign LeBron to the lower number later?
No.
Why not?
Because once you renounce the rights, you don't have the ability to exceed the salary cap to sign your player.
Wow.
So he's talking about how if you want to bring LeBron back, you have to sign him, and you have to sign him basically right away. Otherwise, you have no room to do anything else.
Or he would have to fit in under the cap.
Right. So if he said, I'll come back for $30 million, that 65 goes down to $30 million immediately.
Right. But let's say that because I think Cap's question was actually really interesting. Let's say that he says, I don't know what I'm going to do. And the Lakers say, okay, fair enough, but we need to move forward. So we renounce your rights, and that $65 million is no longer available. And they go out and they sign Austin Reaves. They go sign some 3-and-D guys. They go fill out the roster. And just using round numbers here, they have $10 million left under the cap. They could still sign him for the $10 million. They just couldn't go back up to that other number. They could still find a way to maybe backdoor him into a far lower number. Now, whether or not LeBron would ever agree to that seems unlikely. But I think it's fascinating that that's the first order of operation. Like, I need to know what you're doing. I need to know what your expectations are economically, because I have a lot of other things I need to do with this money. I have X amount of dollars to spend, and I need to know how much to allocate for you.
Here's what I'm wrestling with in my head right now. And I'm trying to put the health of the Lakers aside for 2 seconds.
Okay.
And does he actually deserve to take less money from the way he's played this year? Does he actually deserve to take a hit contractually?
So he's making $50 million this year.
Right.
So does he deserve to make $50 million next year is your question?
Yeah, I guess I need to look up all the $50 million guys and see where
Luka's a $50 million guy.
Okay. Luka's being asked to shoot way more. Can LeBron do that? I don't know. He's fit in with.
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
It's a really good question.
He's still really good.
He absolutely is.
Yeah.
But I think the answer is, and if I were LeBron, I'd look at you like you're out of your ever-loving mind. I'd be like, you want me to do what? Because and the answer would be, yes, I do want you to do this because I have to start thinking about life without you. And if you're holding up is probably the wrong word. If you are hell-bent on getting the most that you can get, I understand that, but I can't do that here. But we can provide you with an opportunity to end your career in a Laker uniform. We can provide you with a team that's going to be pretty darn good. Play with Luka, play with Reaves. We're going to go spend some of your money on some of these other guys. We'll give you the retirement tour. You know that we do this better than any other team in the league when it comes to, worshiping our stars. We're going to do all of these things. But I cannot pay you $50 because we're just right back to where we've been the last couple of years as far as our roster construction. There just isn't enough to go around with everything else.
That would be something I don't think I've ever seen.
It would be
a superstar taking a pay cut.
It would be a big deal. It would be a big deal. And you wonder if it wouldn't help ingratiate him with a certain subsection of Laker fans that have, always kind of kept him at an arm's distance.
Bro, people hated Tyson until he got knocked out.
Yeah.
He got his butt kicked and they started loving him again.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're right. If he did take the pay cut. And it's not that simple for people. He's got enough money. It's not that.
I totally agree with you on that.
Right.
It's about, it's funny. I'm so glad you brought this up. When you would hear it's not about the money, it's about the respect, I used to go, shut up. Like, that is the dumb. Of course it's about, you know what it's about?
What?
Respect.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is. Like, you're telling me that I'm worth less, and the only way you can tell me how much I'm worth is by how much you're paying me. It's not what you're going to tell me, not tell me how pretty I am, how good I am. You're expressing your value in me in dollars. And you're telling me that
we're
I'm
on the same page. Does anybody in the room disagree with us right now about this?
No, of course not.
Okay, then wrap your heads around this. The Lakers are about to do that thing. They're about to renounce his rights because he's going to say,
well,
wait a minute.
We're not sure about that just yet.
LeBron's not going to take a pay cut.
Well, when you say pay cut,
what if it was like
usually $5 million?
To like 35.
That's a big pay cut.
I know it is, but it's also not down to nothing. It's, hey, we can take.
I can't see that happening.
Yeah.
I can't see LeBron taking a backward step on that.
But
for everything that we just talked about.
Then he's not going to be here.
That's what I'm saying. Get your mind around that happening.
He can sign for the most here, although the cap hold that he was just talking about makes that very, very difficult because you can't go way over that. But where else is he going to get the type of money that he's looking for? I think, Travis, you've asked that question 100 times over the last 30 days, 40 days.
I think he may take less somewhere else.
That's interesting.
But not here.
Yeah, I'll play for this over there, but not.
Sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Hey, and I honestly I can't explain why it does, but it does.
Yeah, I'll take that there, not here.
It's almost as a blank you back to this side.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But also, if you think about it, what they did in March specifically, and DeAndre, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. They went, 14-2? 15-2 in the month of March. You see what that team can be with the three of them, AR, Luka, and LeBron all playing together. So if you've had that, what you have there, and you can fill in gaps in other places with maybe some 3-and-D guys, because a bunch of guys are going to go. Why wouldn't you want to come back to that? Maybe, obviously, I understand the whole point about it with the taking a pay cut, but why would you want to go somewhere else when you know what you have with those three?
I just feel like depending on I feel like before when that conversation comes when two renounces rights and they start to really have a deeper dive into it, I feel like they need to present a plan as far as, okay, these are the type of players that we're looking into acquire. These are the type of players that we feel like will be best around the three of you, the trio. But in order for us to do that, we have to come to a conversation in regards to how much money you think that you deserve. And in order for us to acquire these certain types of players, a 3-and-D wing that you have been calling for in order to
I know what you mean.
To get Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves the best possible, not only for now, but for the future. Also to try to get another big man that we feel like can help this team out change drastically if we want to compete with Oklahoma City or San Antonio. In order for us to get to that point, we need you to come, at least work with us with this certain amount of number. And I get it. Yeah. It's a tough ask, but at least you're presenting. No, I'm saying, but at least you're presenting a plan, and at least there's certain players that if he sees and he's like, okay, I like that fit. Again, LeBron's going to be in those conversations as far as the roster construction.
That's what scares me. Like he was. If I'm going to do this, then you have to let me pick.
But the problem is that
that's an easy one. I hope he says that because then it just what is incredibly complicated just got really easy. Right? Honestly, if you said to me, "Hey, listen, we're going to do all this," okay, cool, but I get to pick the guys. Thank you for your service. Right over there. I hope you enjoy Sacramento or wherever it else is. Yeah, good. Knock yourself out, and we'll see you when we retire your jersey at the end of the line.
Because in a sense, they are working for LeBron. You're taking his money to pay them. So
hey, look, I understand why he would say that. Right. I just would also be like, no, we're not doing that.
Hell no.
Yeah. But also for LeBron to see who is going to come in, he has to wait to see who is going to come in, and he can't wait. The Lakers cannot wait and sign a bunch of guys and then sign LeBron.
You could have, this is the plan. These are the guys we're going to get. You could make him I want to be a part of this.
Those other guys got to sign.
That's a good plan.
But why wait, though? If you're James, why wait? Do you think that there's some mystery team out there that's going to come in with the bag? It just doesn't exist.
He's a free agent, and he has ties in Golden State and in Cleveland, and there's always this talk about going. He can wait to go to other places that.
No, I know he can, but to what end? Honestly, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. How blanking bizarre would it be if LeBron James's final season in this league were in a Golden State uniform?
I would love it.
He's already been in three jerseys already. Is a fourth jersey that different?
Yeah, because it would be a one-off with no chance to do anything just because you wanted to go do it. It would be like the Sonics with Patrick Ewing at the end of the line.
What about the pairing with Tim, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Kristaps Porzingis? I'm just saying.
I'm not seeing it. That seems to me, and keep in mind, this is somebody that is hyper aware of their image and their legacy, and Going back to Cleveland makes all the sense in the world. Staying in L.A. makes all the sense in the world. Going to some random team, and I'm not saying that they might not be good, but are they going to win the title? No. And it would just be so bizarre to see him in a situation like that.
It was bizarre when he went to Miami. It was bizarre when he came to
No, it wasn't, because it was in the prime of his life. Like he had 15 years ahead of him at that point. Like, this is the end of the line.
And even going back to Miami would make more sense.
More sense than Golden State, yeah.
More sense than Golden State. And plus that Miami Heat team was was getting established because of the guys that already were surrounded on that team. And then they were able to get the acquisition of Chris Bosh, which took that team to a whole another level.
He's still chasing that first ring at that point. Like, all of that stuff. Like, this is, like, if Ohtani, I'm trying to think of something. Fast forward 7 years from now, or let's put it in LeBron terms, 10 years from now, and he says, I'm going to go play for the Minnesota Twins. It's like, what? Like, what do you, oh, okay.
My buddy's over there.
Hey, man, Akeem Olajuwon finished, in Toronto?
In Toronto, yeah. I know it happens, but it's always kind of weird, and LeBron, as great as Olajuwon was, he's not LeBron James.
Nothing's off the table with him, but that would be fun to watch. I think that Golden State squad would be the best half-court team ever assembled. If they didn't have to run.
Porzingis plays 8 games a year.
Right.
LeBron would be 42 at this point, and you're 24. Draymond's got more white in his beard than I do.
Oh, my God.
Steph Curry just missed a bunch of that. Now, Curry's still one of those guys. Like, that team has so many. Steve Kerr looks like he's ready to jump in front of traffic. Like, he looks like he's done.
Yes.
What's that?
Don't forget about Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
And Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, my God.
Porzingis never plays. Like,
he does.
Porzingis, when he does, he's great. Those 9 games he plays, you're going to love it.
But I mean,
You're not wrong.
how many times do you see superstars just wait because they can wait, because they're mulling over what they can do? Am I going to retire? Am I going to stay here? I'm going to go somewhere else. LeBron is probably somebody I would think that would wait. What's more likely, that he waits or that he signs on June 15th?
He waits.
That he waits.
Exactly.
And I think if he waits, he's not going to like the answer that the Lakers give him.
If he waits, they're not going to.
Right.
Because you can't.
I think that's exactly
so
right.
Brian Windhorst also talked about Austin Reaves, and I thought that was extremely interesting.
We'll do that coming up, 15 minutes from right now or so.
Right.
Don't forget that tonight at 6, after this show, you are going to get a brand new edition of Lakers Talk with AK, Andy Kamenetsky, and he'll be taking your calls and giving us hope and fear as the final week of the season is upon our beaten up purple and gold, followed at 8 o'clock by the Meet the Partners podcast, where Morales sits down with Todd Goldstein, the Chief Revenue Officer of AEG and LA Live. That's tonight on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. But before we do any of that, DeMarco, you're going to give us a little Far Side, which is coming up next.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
Does the league need to do something? And by that I mean this. In this new league year window where you could do whatever you want, 2 days of negotiating, right? Any trades that happen before it or during it should be transacted on the spot. What are we waiting for? Why do trades have to wait, right? Why do trades have to wait? I need an answer to that. I haven't gotten a good answer to that. Obviously, physicals need to be made, and everybody believes that it's not a failed physical. Everyone knew what his knee problem is. That it's not like buyer beware. They were aware. But does the league need to do something about that? Because they're not going to step in and say the Ravens did something off, because it's not official. It's the yellow line. This whole thing is the yellow line until 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB go for it and bring something different to the table.
Prizes, flyaways, even
Cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, the clock is ticking on the regular season. Just 3 games remain before the road to the playoffs begin.
Ahead to Reaves. Alley-oop to LeBron. Slam dunk. Highlight play of the month.
And now it's a Western Conference heavyweight clash. Lakers, Warriors from the Bay Area. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for The Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for The Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
Well, contrary to popular opinion, I do not like to fight. I like to watch fights. I do. I like to watch combat sports. I don't like power slap. That's stupid.
It is.
Yeah, stand there and let me hit you in the face.
No thanks.
Dumb. That run it straight thing. Have you seen that
I have.
yet?
That's not for me either.
That is freaking out. That's stupid.
Yes.
Stand here. When they say go, we're going to run into each other as hard as we can.
It's insane.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Is there a point to that? I don't know.
Not that I can find.
But if you gave me tickets, like in Las Vegas, I'm sure I would watch. I'm sure I would. You guys were talking about Vegas. If they had that there, I'm sure I would go and watch. I think I got invited. The reason I brought that up is I think I found something, and we all did. I think we finally found something that the Angels do better than the Dodgers.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm thinking
that's a good one.
Well, when's the last time you actually got in the dust up? Like, where you actually had to knuckle up and throw these things.
Well, okay, it's a good question. I think what was so unusual about last night's dust-up between the Braves and the Angels was that Soler and Lopes both wanted to fight. Usually,
real fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Usually one guy's madder than the other,
Yeah.
and the other guy's just trying to hold on until the cavalry comes and pulls everybody apart. Both of those guys wanted to kill each other.
Yeah, they met.
They did. And
did he hit him with the ball?
He sure did, right on the side of the helmet.
That is so.
Call that the new knuckleball.
When I saw it, I'm like, at first I thought he was going to throw it. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to kill him.
You've seen Friday, right? That's like hitting Debo with a brick.
Yeah.
You hit him with the ball.
Yeah.
That is wrong.
It was wild.
Yeah, the fight just took a whole nother level, but it just I thought about it, right, for a hot second. And I know you love the Dodgers.
I do.
And we were just talking about it. If these guys stay healthy, show me what's possible. Shohei Ohtani, the way he's pitching right now, and the way he's hitting, it blows your mind.
It does.
There's nothing he can't do. I didn't think that was possible, but there it is, right?
Right.
But if somebody did buzz the tower, you met the second coming of Curt Schilling,
okay,
and he decided to actually throw at Ohtani, and you had to go out there and can the Dodgers fight? I'm kind of they would do.
I'm kind of going through my mental Rolodex in my head of the guys they have. First of all, kind of going backwards a little bit, they did throw at Ohtani last year. The Padres and the Dodgers got in a little tit for tat, and when the Dodgers hit Tatis, and then they turned around and hit Ohtani, and then they kind of went back. Remember, Ohtani held his hand up like, no, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, oddly enough, you know who would have been one of the guys that would have led the Dodgers into the breach, and he's not here. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, Kershaw's 6'5" and 200, let's say, 40 pounds?
Yeah.
Probably more.
Yeah, before breakfast.
And coming in hot, that's a big man. The Dodgers' scrappiest guy, if I had to bet, is probably Max Muncy.
What about like Edwin Diaz?
I was looking at the roster.
I think Edwin Diaz can bring it for sure.
Or Theo.
Teo, maybe.
Teo's
maybe
a sweetheart, though, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Alex
you
Tessie is
never
going to
know.
come at you.
Freddie's the peacemaker, right? Freddie's trying to make peace.
Yeah,
That's
Freddie's
Mookie.
certainly not going to instigate anything, and he's certainly not going to escalate anything.
Yeah.
It's not Freddie. It's not Mookie. It's not Will. Well, you know what? Will Smith might be crazy enough to do it.
Yeah, them quiet dudes.
Those quiet and real strong.
True.
tough as you know what because he's a catcher. He's back up there getting, banged up the entire season and just keeps coming forward. He might be like a Terminator.
You know who it would have been?
What about Kyle Tucker?
Kyle Tucker? No.
I thought Banda, but he's not here anymore.
That's what I was going to say. If he was still here.
Banda was all
Mookie?
tatted.
No.
Mookie's 5'8", dude.
Bite their ankles.
He
Go Van
I'm not
Gundy
saying
on
that
him.
Mookie's not tough and strong, but Mookie's out weight classed in the second that thing starts.
Can you draw that out of the Dodgers? If you were a Sears and Roebuck
yes.
manager?
If there was a situation where they started doing stuff that was way out of line, dirty slides, running into guys on the bases, throwing at guys, unsafe kind of things, I think they would respond. But it would take a lot. They're not going to get on tilt very easily because they gain nothing.
Nothing from it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
It
So
does
it's
not
like
benefit them at all.
No, the Angels need to get a little spark, a little fire. And Mike Trout grabbing a hold of Lopez was
power.
I love that.
That would have been Mookie.
He's a tank.
Yeah.
My God.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, stand here.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, when he had his hands on that guy, that guy was not going anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about Will Klein? Will Klein, I think, could do some
he may
damage.
throw hands? Okay.
You never know with those gingers.
I think the fact that we don't know the answer.
That's a great point. Yeah.
The fact that we don't know the answer, I think, is the answer.
Yeah. I do wonder what Ohtani would do if you actually made him mad.
I wouldn't want to mess with
Ohtani's a big man.
I wouldn't put anything past him.
No, he's a big dude.
He's pretty in shape, too.
Yeah, he's big and he's strong. And the next thing he sucks at will be the first.
That's what I'm saying. You may get jacked up for real. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Paz will knock you out.
Is interesting.
Yeah.
Paz is interesting.
I think him and Dalton Rushing would probably do it, too.
Yeah, squatty body.
Yeah, squatty body.
I love
Miggy's
squatty
too
body.
nice.
Miggy's a
nice.
middleweight. Yeah.
Dave would be unsettled.
I mean, Alex
Unsettling.
Call's a big dude.
No, we don't. The answer is what DeMarcus. There isn't an obvious answer.
Not that it matters. It's never.
Hess
Well,
on
maybe
Kim.
it might matters. It might matter in
Kim
October.
might be the strongest guy pound for pound on the team.
Exactly.
But he's also 5'3" or whatever he is.
Right.
Like he's not a big dude.
What was the deal with the Angels? What
So
precipitated that?
Soler has absolutely worn out Lopez in his career. Just it takes batting practice off the guy. I think the home run he hit in the first inning last night was the 5th home run he's hit off of Lopez in his career. Okay. So this is a guy I cannot get out. Every time I throw a pitch, this dude hits it over the fence. As a pitcher, that can become frustrating.
Trying to shake him up a little bit.
So he's trying to shake him up. And if I had to guess, Soler knew that I might get shaken up, but Soler's objection was that this pitch was so wild, the catcher couldn't even catch it. It went all the way to the backstop. The runner advances at this point.
Yeah.
And Soler's point is like, listen, dude, if you're going to try to do this, you need to do this the right way. And the right way is below my elbows, basically. Like if you come up around my shoulders and my head, you could end my career. Like if you hit me in the back, if you hit me in the ass, if you hit me in the fat part of the leg.
You know what I'd be thinking? What do you think you're doing to me? You're
but,
ending my
but,
career.
But I'm doing it under the rules of the game. You're doing it by taking my eye out.
But I'm always, and not really, but kind of always surprised when a hitter gets mad when you've been killing this guy. You had to know one's coming at you.
It's okay. This is why Pedro Martinez was genius at this. There's ways to do it. You cannot end my career. You cannot come up around my head. You can't come in near my hands. You have to hit me in the fleshy part of the body,
I got you.
right?
Yeah.
So if this Lopez guy doesn't have enough control of the baseball to do this correctly, then you can't do it. Like Soler didn't do anything wrong by doing his job. This guy is doing something wrong by putting Soler's career at risk.
Okay, you're throwing up. You're throwing at his head. That makes me.
He can take his eye out.
Like, why are you so surprised?
Yeah.
You should expect that.
I think that was Soler's point. He wasn't surprised. He was surprised that it was up around his head.
It was up around there. There's ways to do it.
Yeah.
You're breaking protocol. Okay, that makes sense.
That's a much better way to say it. The break in protocol was the precipitating event.
That makes
where
sense.
he's staring at him like, you don't get to do that. You can put one in here. You could maybe even put one off my leg, but
that's an intent.
We're not doing that.
I got you. Okay.
Was the 7-game suspension, was that too much? Or
It seemed heavy to me.
Okay.
That's
right.
and
which guy?
Both of them. They both threw punches, so that's pretty good.
For a pitcher?
It matters less.
Anyway,
it matters less.
Hold on. Ronaldo Lopez hit him in the face with a ball in his hand.
That's probably, but no,
that's
DeMarcus,
7 games.
Gangster.
No, it is 7 games, but for Ronaldo Lopez, that's one start. He misses basically one game.
So for pitchers, which is also ridiculous, but pitchers, they need to change it. They
should change it. If it's a relief pitcher, it's just games.
Right.
But if it's a starting pitcher, it's You missed starts. So if
Yeah.
you want to say you missed 3 starts, that would
That's a big one.
That's a
Okay.
big one. Like
Right.
Soler is an everyday guy or close to it. So 7 games is 7 games.
7 games means a lot, especially for your power hitter.
Yeah.
But missing 3 starts is a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit him in the face with a ball in his hand.
That was wild.
That was crazy.
I think you'd do it.
You think I would do it?
I think you would do it if you're being attacked.
100% I would.
Well,
If I have a ball in my hand, I'm throwing it directly in your face.
There you go. Right.
I've seen guys throw helmets. I've seen them throw bats. I've seen them throw gloves. I've seen Channel Park do like a roundhouse kick on somebody. But I've never seen I've seen people throw the ball.
I've never seen a dude hit a guy with a ball.
Hold the ball
before.
in his hand and like throw a punch with the ball in
That's
his
incredible.
hand.
That was a fist load. That was incredible.
It was the new knuckleball, like DeAndre said.
Aaron Donald took a helmet in spring in practice, right?
I've seen that dude snatch a face mask off a guy's head.
That's crazy.
All that was, he looked like he was playing from the 19.
I know,
just
it's
the helmet,
football, but still.
The face mask came right off. It was just good God Almighty.
When you're in that moment, you're finding whatever you got and you're going right after him.
You're defending yourself.
Yeah.
I guess. If Aaron Donald had me, I'd just give up. Please
You
stop.
snatch the
You just
face
go into
mask
fetal
off your
position?
body.
Yeah, just
drop to a knee.
Just kill me quickly.
Right.
Just break my neck and end this thing. Like don't make it painful. Just 2 in the back of the head and let's get out of here.
go.
I don't
Yes,
need
sir.
to do that. Austin Reaves, of course, is a big part of what we were talking about a second ago with LeBron's decision making and when he goes, who goes next. We'll get into that. It's coming up right here. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Hey, it's D-Far, and you can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. You must go experience this. This is our home away from home. Love it. You don't have to be stuck in traffic when it's hot and sunny and you're baking. You can be at the best resort casino in Southern California in less than 1 hour. And Pechanga gives guests all the amenities that you would expect of a world-class resort. I mean, think about it. Exceptional entertainment. There's always something going on there. Concerts, comedy shows, the whole nine. Dining, they've got you. From 5-star down to the noodle room. It's great stuff. The spa, golf. Love golfing out there. And let's not forget, like I said, round-the-clock gaming excitement. The casino floor is huge. There's 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. The spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest casinos in the country. So come on down and see for yourself why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So whatever you like to do, play blackjack, eat, chill around the pool, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more info. Also, follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for more news and more information, and I'll see you at the pool.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
And did you hear about Kyle Shanahan?
Well, that's the sound we're about to play.
Okay, jerkface, I'm working with you here so we can work in unison.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
See this? You don't have to be so snarky about it.
Well, I didn't know where you were going.
God.
That's
You're
why I
setting
set
up
it
the
up.
sound, you know?
That's what I was trying to do.
At least
Right, we're doing it together, like as a unit.
I didn't know.
Yesterday, I got called a doofus. Okay?
I didn't know we were working together on it.
And George told me yesterday, doofus is a much lighter, easier,
Oh yeah,
sweeter
no,
thing to
this
say.
was annoying because of it, just the tone.
Right.
Well, I
like
didn't know
I
if you
don't
were
know,
about to cut
like
me off
I
for
can't
what.
tell that you're setting it up by the way you're talking.
Well, you didn't give us a lot on Aaron Glenn, so I thought maybe you were doing something else, so I was going to try to steer it. That's all.
No, it wasn't.
Trying to help you.
They signed the guy.
Listen, doofus.
The hell kind of question is that?
Yes, thank you.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, 4 o'clock hour, the 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour. Head to Waba Grill weekdays after 3 p.m. for their $5 happy hour and try their new chili crisp dumplings. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in a fiery crisp. Paired with a premium Waba beverage drink like that new strawberry watermelon lemonade, both for just $5 only at Waba Grill. The 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour rolls on with DeMarco and Travis right now on ESPN LA.
You're Ronnie Millsap.
And this is I'm starting to take this personally. They're getting better. They're getting better. I can kind of see a little bit.
Stevie Ray Rogers, you look better.
Yeah, I can. These lights in here not so great, but I went and got water sunglasses free.
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to the theory that Stevie can actually see? There's always been rumors.
I've seen the evidence online.
He can. See
You think so,
some.
Laura?
I don't think he's like fully blind. There's people that can see like shadows or things like that.
You've
so
heard the Shaq story.
Yes, I have.
Have you
But
heard
there's
Shaq?
multiple
He was
stories.
So
the elevator?
Stevie was in the elevator.
Yeah.
The door's open. Shaq does not say a word. Nobody says a word. Shaq gets on the elevator, and Stevie says, "What's up, Shaq?"
Yeah.
Now, Shaq is 9 feet tall, and only certain people can cut a figure like that. So maybe just the presence of Shaq was identifiable. There's videos of him, when he's singing and the mic stand starts to go, and he reaches out and he grabs it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The mic stand is one that gets me every
That
single
one's good,
time.
too.
Yeah.
Would you assume
You wouldn't be
Stevie-
able to see that. It's falling.
But okay.
Shadows.
Let me try to sell you on this.
No.
If I were standing here and waving my arms around like I do, if I whacked this tripod that has the camera on it and it started to fall, I just instinctively reach and grasp and try to catch it.
But you hit it with your hand, so
Stevie
you know.
got it. He picked
Yeah,
it
but
up.
he's going to know if he hit it.
So it wasn't Stevie that hit it, was it? It was somebody else that knocked it over, and he reached out and grabbed.
I don't know
grabbed
the
it.
answer
I
to
thought
that.
it was somebody.
It was somebody else.
Okay.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
different.
somebody else
That's
knocked
different.
it over, and he reached out and picked
You
it up.
think
grabbed
Stevie
it.
and Shaq knew each other before that?
Yes.
You could have been.
Well, I bet you they likely crossed paths at some
Okay,
point.
because Stevie's other senses, like he can smell things. He
Paul
might have
McCartney.
smelled-
Shaq has a scent.
He might have smelled Shaq. Shaq? Yeah.
So
You
Paul
never-
McCartney,
you never
Laura?
know.
So Paul McCartney knocked over the microphone stand that
Okay.
Stevie famously caught during the 2010
Okay,
performance
that's a little
at the
different.
White House.
Blind squirrel.
I like the idea of Shaq having a certain musk that Stevie was able to
Ew.
identify.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Can you answer this for me? Okay, so this
Wilt Chamberlain.
not Wilt Chamberlain. This is about the
Russell.
Lakers. This goes back to JJ and the Vando thing. And
Okay.
I can't tell what this guy means. Vando missed 3 consecutive free throws. That has nothing to do with Lucas Smart or AR being out. Get your head in the game. What's he talking about? Is get my head in the game or Vando get
I
his
think
head
he's
in the
talking
game?
about Vando in that scenario.
Okay, so
Yeah.
missing 3 free throws in a row.
It's
Is
just-
is that punishable?
No, not to me. It's not.
Not punishable, no.
So get your head in the game. That's Vando. You got to make those. I'm not sure what he meant by that tweet.
I think he's just wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's a
Okay.
bad take, is what that is. That's just
like
guys miss free throws. That's
That's what
not a
I
reason
thought.
to embarrass a guy.
Yeah, you can't miss free throws there for.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that sort of
it was
game then.
16 seconds into the second
That's
quarter.
what
They're
I
they're
said.
playing the best team in the league. It's not like this was the final 2 seconds of a game and you're down 1
That's
and you
right,
brick
right.
3.
Okay.
I think that's just a bad take. I don't think there's too much beyond that.
I don't think NBA players should miss 3 consecutive free throws, though.
That's another topic,
Yeah.
but I agree with you. I agree with you, but
Right.
but
You
it's
can't
also
be
not a
having that.
benchable offense.
That's true.
Yeah.
At least get 1.
No, I agree that you shouldn't be a 0% free throw shooter. That
Tell Shaq that then.
Yeah.
Try and make 3 straight free throws.
Hey, he made it when it mattered.
When it
I'm
matters.
just-
See? There you go.
So I got to know. Remember Tom Tolbert?
Yeah, the big bald guy.
Yeah, played for the Magic, played for the Clippers, the Hornets, went to the Final Four with Arizona.
And then made a living radio.
Yeah, still doing it up in San Francisco. Was the lead analyst on was it ESPN or NBC or whatever? Anyway,
I did the show. Yeah.
he and Shaq were teammates in Orlando, and he told me this story one time. He told it on the air, and he was Tom was kind of the power forward, backup center to Shaq at this point, and so when they would practice against each other, Shaq would just pulverize him, and he honestly believed, kind of going back to what we were talking about with Shaq and his free throw shooting or lack thereof, was that if Shaq, never mind, he didn't have to turn into Steph Curry or Calvin Murphy or anything. that if Shaq could have made somewhere between 70 and 75% of his free throws, they would have had to change the rules. Because
I believe it.
He would have been unguardable. He would have gotten 2 or 3 points every single time down the floor, and there would be no stopping him. It's either just let him have 2 or he's going to get 2 and 1 more. And there's going to be some sort of this is unfair, like with Kareem with the dunking in college, where they tried to change it to try to, level the playing field a little bit. That he really truly believed that they would have had to change the rules had he even been a mediocre foul shooter. Never mind a good one, just a mediocre one.
Is it like he never worked on him ever? I'm sure he's had to have worked on him. Every coach must have told him at some point.
Yeah,
it just didn't take.
I don't know.
Something about his hand size.
Maybe.
He's so tall. I don't know.
But other tall guys have been decent free throw shooters.
Jokic is not bad from the line, right?
No, there's plenty of guys that are, and again, Steph Curry is like the gold standard, but there's plenty of guys that are good enough at it.
I'm trying to remember. Was Hakeem? He was
good
decent
enough.
at the line. The
Good
Admiral
enough.
was decent at the line.
Kareem was like a 70-something% shooter. Like they're fine.
Well,
they get it done.
He probably just didn't practice. If he actually would have practiced free throws, he probably would have been better. But like you said, he made them in the playoffs when it counted.
When it counted, and tell me it wasn't cool when Shaq actually made one. He just
Well, they came in like a ICBM. It came in at 900 miles an hour. Like there was no touch on it at all.
Wow.
Like a good example of a guy that was a horrible free throw shooter, big guy that got much, much better was DeAndre Jordan. Like when DeAndre Jordan, he was like in the 30s as far as his percentage go. By the time he was out of the league, he was in the high 60s, 70s. Like he became a decent foul shooter.
It is
how about Rick Barry, where he was a terrible free throw shooter, and then he started doing the underhand because that was the only way he could make a free throw was by underhand, granny
I'm
style.
happy Shaq didn't do the underhand.
Look,
that
if you're
that just wouldn't look right.
Okay, so if Shaq did it,
unusual.
If Shaq did it every single time, and he was a 95% free throw shooter, would you be upset that he was doing granny
I think
style?
I'd rather have Shaq at 57.
Just for his image.
Yeah,
you know what's funny though? If he first started doing it, it would have been hilarious, right? Like had he started grannying his free throws. It would have been hilarious. You know what? It would have stopped being hilarious
when he makes all of them.
When they start going in,
yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, hey, look, I know it's weird, I know it's unorthodox. I'm making 80% of these.
You can't be Shaq Diesel going underhand, though, bro.
If you're getting 40 a night, 45 a night,
you might have to go off the Diesel thing.
If you're the most dominant player ever, and then you're getting
Shaq Prius,
Shaq
Jalopy.
By the way, DeAndre Jordan
Smart
still
car.
plays. He plays with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Does he play for the New Orleans?
That has to be like DeAndre Jordan III. There's no way that's the same guy.
I promise you, he plays with the New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah.
Remember when DeAndre Jordan was stuck in his house by Mark Cuban?
He was stuck in the house?
That is such a weird story.
What happened?
He signed with Dallas, so he was a free agent from the Clippers, and he signed it was one of those agreements in principle, but there was not pen put to paper. And then I think it was Blake Griffin started to lobby him like, hey, what the hell, man? Like, you're really going to do this? And he rescinded, and he basically came back to the Clippers, and Cuban was trying to get to him. And like, Greg, what was the part? Like,
there was like a door. They were blocking him in with a chair.
Yeah.
It was all of it. That was when all the emojis like went crazy.
Kind of.
He kidnapped
Yeah.
Jordan.
He was. He
You
was trying to
can't
kidnap
leave.
him.
Wow, now you can't leave. Yeah.
Can I tell you something about Ohtani that I absolutely love? I'm just watching the replay of the Dodger game over your shoulder. He's on the mound right now.
That he's a robot?
Well,
that he's not human? What?
He's got a dirty uniform from a headfirst slide, and he's the pitcher.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's just
pretty
awesome.
Damn cool.
That he's got his entire front of his jersey has got infield dirt caked into it. The front of his look. See when he turns around here, you're going to get to see
You
it.
know, how do they decide on baseball card pictures? Because that would be one of them for me. You don't you don't see that.
No, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. I whatever Ohtani does, I'm all for it.
You're all there. Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Can I give you guys a little update on something we were talking about?
Will Chamberlain.
No. So
Bill Russell.
Reynaldo Lopes has reached an agreement on a 5-game suspension upon appeal. That's down
One
from
start.
Right.
the 7-game ban initially handed down. He will begin serving his suspension immediately with a day off. This means he does not have to miss a start.
I was just going to say, so if he begins immediately as a starting pitcher with a day off, he basically does not get suspended for slugging Soler in the face with the ball.
That's crazy.
That doesn't sound right.
Or he gets a start pushed back by 1 day.
That doesn't sound right at all.
No.
So dumb.
And the other guy has
He's
to
not
miss
missing anything.
5
A week.
games? A week.
7.
That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. That's well, Rob Manfred.
Well, I hope he does one have a history of fighting?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would
to that.
appeal, see if I can get it dropped to 2 games if you gave him.
Oh, yeah, they're both appealing. I don't know if they've come down with Soler, but if I were Soler, I'd raise hell on this. Like the guy gets a start push back one day. No way.
Wow.
No chance, no how. All right, speaking of the Dodgers, let's kind of chew on what we've seen so far. They finally lost another game. They went 5-1 on the road trip. They did lose.
Fire Dave.
And we'll talk about Ohtani in particular because he was pretty darn good again today, and I don't even think we're getting started. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
Now, we have a lot of partners. Eventually, I think somebody's going to buy space on John Ireland's forehead because you can really...
Yeah, there's a lot of room.
Some room there.
Yeah.
For
it's bright and shiny.
Signage. You totally back out of that, right?
I'm no comment on this.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new Chili Crisp dumplings paired with a premium beverage drink like our new Strawberry Watermelon Lemonade Energy Refresher, both for just $5, only at Waba Grill.
I don't know about you guys. I can't get sick. I'm sure you can't get sick. So now what I've done is I've ordered a medical emergency kit. Now, when you have a medical emergency kit, it's like having an urgent care or a pharmacy right in your home. No waiting for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at a pharmacy, no copays. I'm telling you that you get things like a generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster and handle what are really a bunch of common and in some cases more serious illnesses. But let's get you and your family to have this care kit in your home. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes, and it's shipped to your door immediately, and we'll save you $45 when you use our promo code 710. It's urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and you're saving $45.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, 4 o'clock hour, the 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour. Head to Waba Grill weekdays after 3 p.m. for their $5 happy hour and try their new Chili Crisp dumplings. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in a fiery crisp. Paired with a premium Waba beverage drink like that new Strawberry Watermelon Lemonade, both for just $5 only at Waba Grill. The 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour rolls on with DeMarco and Travis right now on ESPN LA.
I didn't know there were so many songs about people that can't see or artists that can't see. This is
stay tuned.
We're on to Ray Charles so far, huh? I thought Corey Hart would have shown up by now for sure. I thought that
right.
There
you go.
That was a weird song. I did like it.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
So I can something.
Yeah. Is it about a creeper?
You know, I have to go back and look.
Yeah, I feel like that had some meaning that maybe I missed the first time through.
One of the soundtracks of my life is Every Breath You Take.
Yeah.
And then you figure out what it's about.
Yeah.
It messes it all up.
Yeah. Take it easy, Sting.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Police. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Ohtani for a second. Dodgers lost today 4-3. They are now a measly 9-3 on the season.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, they're really 5-1 on their most recent trip. Come back. Off day tomorrow, and they open up series with the Rangers on the weekend. Shohei had his second start of the season, and we talked about all spring training about how it looked like he had set his sights on trying to win a Cy Young, right? He's had 2 outings now. I thought the first one was pretty good. I thought today was okay. And I say that not because the numbers aren't ridiculous. They are. It's just kind of the eye test and what we've seen him do previously. Like, we've seen him when he's on. Like, when we saw him in the NLCS against the Brewers, that was 6 innings, no runs, 10 Ks. They didn't have a chance. He just wiped guys out. Here's what he's done so far this season. 2 starts. He has given up 1 run, which he gave up today, which, by the way, was unearned. So his ERA is still goose eggs across the board, 0.00. 8 strikeouts in 12 innings. His whip is a ridiculous 0.75. He's walked 4 guys in those 12 innings, so he has a 2-to-1 K to walk ratio. And I don't feel like he's pitched well yet.
Really?
Like, I'm not saying he's pitched poorly.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like, hey, what's going on? But this is, I think, if you asked Shohei, these have been a couple of Bs. Like, nice, solid 85, 86%. Good. Passed the test.
Wow.
Weren't anywhere close to failing. But is there a lot left in there? It sure feels like it to me.
It's only fatigue, right? You know he can pitch. When you talk about what he can do in the long term, I mean, do you think he pitches all year? Or he's going to have to take some breaks, right?
I think he will not pitch all year. Yeah. I think there will be some downtime, but I do think he will pitch enough to try to give himself an opportunity to be considered for the Cy Young.
Yeah, you're going to have to be close to the other workhorses in the neighborhood. But there's going to be some dip there because he's he's a two-way guy.
What's crazy, too, is I know he pitched at the end of last year, and he pitched well, but it's basically been 2 years since he's been air quote, regular pitcher, right? It was the last season in Anaheim, and even then he got hurt, and he didn't finish out the year. But it's been 2 full seasons since he has been and I think you're starting to see that just rust is the wrong word, but there's some sort of sharpness that he has not rediscovered
yet.
Dialed in yet. Yeah, dialed in is probably a little bit better.
He'll get there the more he pitches. I mean, you want him dialed in when it matters most, right?
For sure. Well, yes. Let me start here. Yes is the answer to your question. But I also kind of want to see him go for this.
I think you are.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I really do want to see him go for this. Not at the expense of anything else, but
as long as
let's
they can
go for this.
As long as they can fudge the numbers and who else he's going against, if it is Skeens or Scooble or Skeens.
Yeah.
And he's just got the innings and the numbers, and it's overwhelming. You can't take it from the guy. But if it's close and he's doing what he's doing behind you might. Exactly. That look right there.
Yeah.
That's the look. But tell me something. He looks like a totally different athlete when he's a pitcher. He looks short when he pitches.
Oh, do you think so?
To me, he does.
Interesting.
When he lets it go, he looks shorter.
That's interesting.
When he's at the plate, he looks like a giant. When he pitches, he looks shorter. Look. It's wild. He morphs
I wonder
into
if it's like
people.
camera angles and all of that other stuff. Because he does look enormous when he's in the batter's box, and he does not look as enormous on the mound.
No.
But I wonder if it's just like the way that it's shot. You know what I mean?
He says, like everyone says, he is a pitcher. He looks like a pitcher. He gets all that power. But when he's at the plate, he kind of stiffens up and he looks like he's 7 feet tall. He's 2 different guys. It's amazing.
Okay, so this might sound like a dumb question, but seeing everything that Shohei Ohtani has accomplished, do you think that he went into the season knowing that the Cy Young is one thing that he has not, won?
1,000%, yes. 1,000. This is a guy. If you listen to Mason Plus, is it the Harada chart that Mason talked about in episode 1, about from the time that Shohei Ohtani was a little boy, like 8 years old, he had a chart of how what he wanted his life to look like and how he was going to go about clicking off these goals, including with the top of the pyramid basically be the greatest baseball player to ever put on a uniform. And it was do this, do this, do this. And he's basically checked every box along the way. And I can't imagine, to your point, D, that one of those boxes was go win some pitching awards. That he's won the only other one that's of note that he doesn't have so far is a World Series MVP. And okay, he was pretty darn valuable in the 2 that they won. But I can't imagine that there's a scenario where he was not trying to do this.
Well, in spring training, you've talked about it. That every single guy that has worked with him, bullpen catchers just in general, Teoscar Hernandez, guys all over the place are just talking to him like, He's a different guy on the mound. He wants the Cy Young. It seems pretty much that if he wants something, he's going to go out and get it.
I think the only limitation is what you mentioned at the jump, DeMarco, which is if he stays healthy enough and he pitches enough.
Well, you said
that's it.
Dirty uniform. I mean, a lot of things can happen.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's what you're going to probably take some days off there, but yeah, it is what it is.
And he's hitting too. And it's not like, and I don't mean like he's in the lineup. He's hitting home runs. He's Ohtani. He had a single off the wall yesterday that nearly caved in the top railing. He had a home run to center field off the end of the bat. Like he's able to do these things that don't make any sense, but it's one weird slide into a bag. Clayton Kershaw, I never worry about sliding into third base weird.
Right.
He might get a hit once in a while, but it's not like he's tearing around the bases at top speed. Well, that's not what's happening.
If I was a guest at his house for dinner, and I would tell him, you don't need that for me to think you're the best baseball player who ever lived.
Yeah.
I don't think you need that award, but do you?
See, he doesn't care what you think.
Right.
It's all within him. He wants that.
And that's the other thing that popped into my head. And this is going to sound like I'm a Dodger honk, and I'm not trying to be that. This is only possible here. You can't do this any other place. You're not going to get the support. You're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to have the team to do this.
He came real close in Anaheim. He finished second in the Cy Young and second in the MVP that year.
Well, to get the most out of this guy.
Yeah.
To be able to be put in the position where you can chase things and a championship at the same time. You can't do that any other place but right here.
No, it's pretty remarkable. And the fact that the second he had an opportunity to do what you're talking about, he cashed in the ticket twice.
Done. Yeah.
Like, it's just like the idea, like, and I'm not trying to take a cheap shot at Mike Trout, but stand back while I take a cheap shot at Mike Trout.
Go ahead.
We'll never know. We'll never know if he has that gear. We'll never know if when the lights are at their absolute brightest, the game is on the line, this is the at-bat for all of it. We're going to win or we're going to lose, and you're going to determine whether or not it goes this way. We will never know about him because he's never going to play in one of those games. And
that would suck.
And he chose not to play in those games.
Right.
Like
well, it seems like it. I think maybe to his mind, he's thinking he's trying to lift the Angels there. I want to do it here.
How long does he owe the Angels to try to do that before it's like, I got to go try to do it somewhere else? He's been there over a decade.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You should have been gone. But to him, maybe it means something. I want to do it here.
And I'm a Mike Trout fan. I am a 100% a Mike Trout fan, but it's like, I've never seen him play in a game that matters.
Yeah,
he had three playoff games at the very beginning of his career, and you're like, okay, cool, we're going to get they got swept, and he didn't play particularly well, but I don't hold that against him. It's his first time through.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since.
Do you think that says more about him as a player, too? The fact that he hasn't played in a game that really matters, didn't go after that? Because to me,
I think he wants to be in those games. I don't
does
think
he,
he's,
though?
I
Because
don't think
he
he's
hasn't
shying
left.
away from it. That's not why he chose to stay.
I don't think it's a shy away thing, but I don't, Laura, I think it says something to me. I can't tell you what it says, that he has chosen to be on a team that has been bad every season he's been there other than one, and he's never once really raised hell about it. Means something.
That's a good point.
It means something.
It means you're okay with it.
Yeah.
The
second the door was open for Ohtani, thank you, but I'm leaving.
Maybe
I'm
Ohtani's
outta here.
smarter.
Maybe,
Yeah.
and maybe it's like winning is the ultimate goal. Maybe he's comfortable. Maybe he's happy. Maybe there's a degree of loyalty that comes along with it, that I want to do it here. This is the only place I want to do it. But the writing's on the wall. It's not going to happen here
ever.
Yeah, I mean it's not like they've gotten close a few times and it hasn't broken their way. Ohtani and Trout were teammates together for 6 years. They never had a season where they won more games than they lost.
Terrible.
Don't you judge a guy if you know he's that good and he stays in a mediocre team, because you're like, what are you doing here when you can potentially be a champion somewhere else?
Hey, man, to each his own, bro. If you want to do it here and you think you can actually, because guys are delusional like that. They actually think they could lift the team out of, but, from 30,000 feet, you don't have a shot.
Yeah.
Take off.
There's guys like Damian Lillard who got close, got close and said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I got to go somewhere where I have a better chance. Never won, but still left to try and get there.
I think one of the things that was really interesting is that when somebody comes to you, and I think it's one of the few things that the Angels did really well, they always re-upped him before he got to market, right? So they never had to worry about him being a free agent. They took care of him before they had to. And when somebody comes in and says, hey, we got $500 million, would you like it? The answer is yes. I will take
That's
the money.
fair, Trav. That's very fair.
Yes, I would.
Why-
But here's the deal.
$500 million, but there's a chance I could get $1 billion if I just wait.
Yeah, but I could also break my ankle on the outfield wall in the next 2 years, and I'm out. So I'll take the $500 million. And here's the part that he's never exercised, at least publicly. Maybe he's done it privately. I'll always carve out that. Is go public with your dissatisfaction. Go.
I've never heard him say a cross word.
No, me and say, listen, I love being in Anaheim. I love playing for the Angels, but man, I got to take a shot at this before it's all said. And I gave you 10. You know who did this? You know who did exactly what we're talking about? Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. I have to take a shot.
I gave you everything I had.
Yep.
I've given you 10 years. I got to take a shot at this.
I want to win.
Why didn't Artie Moreno do this with Ohtani then? Because either you went to him and you said, and Ohtani said, I don't want to be there, and you trade him the year before, like they were supposed to do, or you just let him go.
There's two things going on there. I bet you they did go to him and say, we'd like to sign you up long term, and he said, I'm good.
Ohtani?
Then
yes.
trade him.
I was thinking,
that's
no
the
way
second
he does
thing.
the deal.
Right. The second thing is they should have done exactly what you said, but they didn't because they're the Angels. This is one of the things that they do that made not only should they have traded him, they should have traded him in year 5, because in year 5,
his value was so high.
It was sky high. Because in year 6, it's like it's a walk year. There's no guarantee that I'm going to all that stuff. But no, they blew that part of it.
Give yourself another whatever team you trade him to, you give them another year to try to convince him to stay.
Right.
We were arguing about that
and he had to go.
Right.
It's not like he had any agency in it.
If I'm Trout, when you messed that up, then I'd be out. You screwed that up.
If I'm Trout,
I'm out.
He's gone. Okay. I'd like. I have something to say. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said something that makes a lot of sense. He gets to live in California, great weather, make bank money, and take early vacations because the Angels season ends up, at All-Star break.
That's all true.
That's a good joke.
That's all true.
Well
Just
executed. San Diego has all of those things, and they go to the playoffs. The San Francisco Giants have some of those things, and are at least close to the playoffs. Even the Oakland A's the Sacramento A's have been in the playoffs more recently than the Angels. The Colorado Rockies have been in the playoffs more recently than the Angels. The Chicago White Sox have been in the playoffs more recently than the Angels.
Could you imagine if back then when Ohtani was about to be traded, or if he was to be traded, you trade him to the Blue Jays, for example, you would have gotten a haul from the Blue Jays, probably got Vladdy in that deal.
Gotten whatever you wanted.
Got whatever you wanted, and he probably would have stayed in Toronto.
Might have fallen in love.
Or trade him to the Dodgers. I know how much you can't do that, but you would have gotten a massive, massive haul from the Dodgers at that point.
All right. Last thought on this, and then we're going to do a little tip or no tip. The idea that he couldn't trade him to the Dodgers, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, Greg, but that was the conventional wisdom, is the single dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That you can't trade him to the Dodgers?
Because they're right up the road. You're getting them. Guys, he's going to end up there anyway. Wouldn't you rather take half their farm system in the process?
Yes.
Exactly.
That he's going, you can either get nothing or something.
This ain't the Hatfields and the McCoys. You can make this deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's Hatfields and McCoys to one guy. And it's like, what war are you fighting here?
Thank you. Right.
Yeah.
I don't think Andrew Friedman's been like, no, I'm not dealing with Artie Moreno. Can't do that.
He won't pick up the phone.
But it shows you
He tried to. Remember, he tried to trade Andy Pajes to the Angels.
There was
a
deal for, I think it was Ross Stripling and Jock Peterson for Luis Rengifo.
Yeah, and Andy Pajes was in that deal.
Yeah, Andy Pajes was in that deal. And here's the thing. You know what? And the Dodgers signed off on it, and the Angels signed off on it, and the Dodgers said, we're going to do it, but you got to give us, I think it was 10 days. We got to get some stuff in order, but you're good. I don't want to wait. Kills the deal.
Oh, God.
So no Pajes, no Jock, oh, God.
Ross Stripling was a major league pitcher.
I think he was an all-star that year.
I'm starting to come around to your side about Trout. You should have been gone.
When you see this gross incompetence up and down the organization.
He likes it there. I think that's
you
just
must be
what
right,
it is.
Laura.
I don't
Sad.
care.
What I
It's
think
sad, though.
he may like more than any of this is he likes being anonymous. And that this isn't how we talk. We have this conversation basically once a year, right? And then tomorrow we're not going to do it. And then it's like maybe next year when they're lose another 90 games, we'll bring it up one more time. And it's like I can deal with it for a day.
He might be right. He gets to play baseball. It's sunny. He makes a lot of money. He might be happy.
He might be.
So Crash Override in the chat says the funny part is how much Travis and Greg bash a team that doesn't care what they think. That's a typical Angel response. We don't care what you think.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Maybe that's true. Can I just throw another person that doesn't care what you think? Your owner doesn't care what you think.
Right.
Your owner does not care what you think, and I have proof because he told me that winning was not part of the top 5 things in your fan base. And then when they're like, "Hey, can we see that poll that you put out there?" They're like, "Nah, we don't have it." Like it's
that's proprietary.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I'm not telling you they need to care what I think. I would like to think they care what an Angel fan thinks.
You think?
And apparently, I don't care about that either.
Ooh, you didn't have to go there. I mean, you didn't have to go there.
Override crash victim or whatever his name is. He started it.
I should do a fan of the street Angels edition and just get their reactions on how they feel.
You'd be like a therapist out there trying to help people through their darker days.
Get a bench, let them lay down and talk to you.
Dan, I'm saying, hey, you got to go like Robin Williams. It's not your fault, man. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, you just made a bad choice early in your life, and now you're stuck with it.
There's no way you can defend that if you're an Angels fan.
No.
There's no way you can defend any of that.
None of it.
Okay.
None of it. We can defend tip or no tip, which is coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav, 710 ESPN.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I offered to share my room last night with DeAndre.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, after the postgame show, I was like, DeAndre, he's like, man, Cap, I need a room at the East Central. I said, come stay with me, pal. Here, I'll give you a key. I'll be sound asleep.
Chocolate decadence, baby.
I'll even create like a row of pillows in between the bed. So I got
What's
this.
wrong?
Half,
He didn't want to do it?
Half.
Was he afraid?
He was afraid.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis Pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NetSide.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
All right, guys. So as we went to break, something happened. I heard a promo that derailed my Tip or No Tip because I said, we are going to play this. So DeAndre, hit the tape.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I offered to share my room last night with DeAndre.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, after the postgame show, I was like, DeAndre, he's like, man, Cap, I need a room at the East Central. I said, come stay with me, pal. Here, I'll give you a key. I'll be sound asleep.
Chocolate decadence, baby.
I'll even create like a row of pillows in between the bed. So I got
What's
this.
wrong?
Half,
He didn't want to do it?
Half.
Was he afraid?
He was afraid.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap.
Okay.
That's how it starts.
Yes. First of all, DeAndre, this one's for you. Did you ask Kaplan for a room at the East Central?
I did.
Or his room?
Now we're okay. See, again, context and everything matters. All right. I asked him if he can give me a room at the East Central. I didn't say
Not
if I
his
could
room.
stay in his room at the East Central. He offered me to stay at his room in the East Central.
Were you
First is the
scared?
clothes. They got him in a crop top. Then it's the room. See?
You got to be with
So
the
you're
big
going
hand.
somewhere else, but why
with
not?
the big hand, man. You got to be careful.
And then the soft towels that Chris always
the middle towel. He loves the middle towel. But why not?
It's called a hand towel. I'm never gonna ever let that slide without pointing out that I know the difference.
It's for his privates. DeAndre, why?
Delete that.
Why would you be afraid to stay in Cappy's room?
Because I'm okay. I'd rather have my own bed, my own room, my own space. Simple as that.
He's gonna put pillows in the middle.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. What am I in?
What about the couch? Would you sleep on the couch?
No, I'm okay. I'd rather have my own
You're
room,
an
my own
adult,
space.
for God's sakes. You got a job. You can either get your own room or you can go stay at your own place.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
I have
I don't know why you're afraid.
The tip or no tip was, if you had to share a room with anybody in here because of whatever the reason is, it would not be Cappy. Tip or no tip?
Oh, that's no tip. I mean, storm, something, we get stuck in a room. You could do worse than Cappy. Cappy's cool. You thinking about it? Really?
Like, I don't understand the question. Like, he's the worst option is what you're saying?
Yeah, like
No, he's not the worst option.
He's the
Absolutely not the worst
one
option.
guy that
No,
you
he's
would
not.
not.
Chris is the worst option.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. No. Cap's not the worst option. No. Look, first of all, I'm sharing a room with exactly one person, and that's it. Susan.
Yeah.
That's it. The rest I don't like even sharing a room with my kids. But it's just sometimes you have to do it. I get it.
Trapped here.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
No.
We got to bunk in for the night.
There was a thing that at some point in my life, I'm not having any more roommates other than the one, and that's what we're sticking with.
I'm with you.
Cappy's a fun time. Like, you're going to go out with Cappy. You're going to get your drink and have a great time. If you end up passing out, like, fine. Like, I would stay in a room with Cappy.
Cappy's fun. I'm just saying, based on what I heard on that promo, that's where I was going. Okay.
I mean, sleep on the floor.
Morales is the correct answer.
Be careful.
Thank you, Cap. I mean,
I'm just saying.
The pillow stuff doesn't work, by
this
the way.
This has nothing to do with Cap as a person and outside. This has to do with just my personal space and me being in my own room. Simple as that.
You're a big guy. You want your own space. I understand.
You got my number?
Yeah, I do got your number. I'm having a speed dial now, man.
Philip Olive said Chris would not offer a pillow barrier.
No, he would not.
No, those aren't pillows.
Oh, come on. See,
man.
you took it too far.
Yeah, come on.
Puppy power!
Okay, let me move on. All right, Dr. Pepper fans. There is now a Dr. Pepper snack pack. So you guys know what the snack packs are? Like the kind of like pudding and stuff. Or Jell-O.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have a pudding-style treat delivered that tastes like Dr. Pepper flavored in a convenient snack-sized cup. They're hitting stores now, and people are super stoked to get them. I have not drank soda in a very long time, but they're saying they're perfect if you want to go to the movies and sneak in a snack or, anything like that. So tip or no tip, anything Dr. Pepper flavored, you're automatically in for.
Oh, automatically?
Yes.
Gotta go no tip, but I like some Dr. Pepper every now and then.
Well, if I have 1 or 2 Dr. Peppers a year, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't dislike it, but it's not it's not a must-have.
Well, you have a hankering for it. It's there. Let me get some Dr. Pepper.
It's one of those things like if you go to like a backyard barbecue and they got a big cooler full of soft drinks.
Yeah.
And you open it up and there's 7-Up, there's Coke, there's root beer, there's Dr. Pepper, there's all these things. Man, I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in a long crack
Let's
sip.
go.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Second sip. Yeah, I remember why I didn't have one of these in a year.
What?
Yeah.
See, I haven't drank soda in a long time. The other day, Wilbur came in with a Diet Coke lime soda. And Jonathan goes, oh, that looks great.
Diet Coke lime.
And I said, the only soda that gets me that I'm like, man, I crave it and I want it all the time is Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Okay.
With a little bit of like
You guys peppers in
cherry
there?
Coke.
No peppers at all?
No,
Never?
there's like 37. You put peppers in?
No, like, are you a pepper, Dr. Pepper?
Are you
yeah.
a pepper?
Oh, that's
be
weird.
a
Don't say
pepper.
that.
I'm a pepper.
Yeah,
Don't you want to be a pepper too?
Please
Be
tell
a
me you know
pepper.
that, right?
Be
I do
Dr.
not.
Pepper.
Yeah, no.
Everybody
I don't
knew
know.
that about
Dude,
I
you're
did not know
old.
that.
I
Never
tell
mind.
you this.
Is this from the
I didn't know
60s?
that.
Like,
You
when
got
was
you
this?
You've never heard that? Be a
I have
pepper?
not heard
I
that.
have not heard that.
I'm
And
a
I love
pepper.
Dr.
You're a
Pepper.
pepper. Don't you want to be a pepper too? Be a pepper. Drink Dr. Pepper. that.
No.
I have never
Yeah, you got me on that one.
We're
I
from
hear-
Mars right now.
I know a lot of those old songs. That one, you totally got me.
Oh,
on.
my God.
But I do
okay.
like Dr. Pepper. I just don't know if I want Dr. Pepper Jello.
No.
Yeah. I'm good on the Jello.
So, Trav, you brought up an interesting point in regards to, like, going to, like, a barbecue and stuff. So,
Yeah.
my family, we go all out when it comes to drinks and all that. And we don't normally have this drink. And I was wondering, if I was to invite Mike Trudell to
Mountain Dew?
We don't have Mountain Dew. So do you think Mike Trudell would take offense to that? Do you think he would try to find?
He really likes Mountain Dew.
Here's the thing. Offense, no, but I think he would clock it.
He'd be disappointed.
Yeah, because it's well known that Trudell likes Dr. Pepper. So if you were having a function and you knew that Mike Trudell were invited to the
He likes
function.
Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew?
I'm sorry, Mountain
He
Dew.
loves
Mountain Dew.
Mountain
I
Dew.
misspoke.
Okay, yeah.
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew.
Baja
Mountain
Fresh,
Dew.
right? Whatever.
Baja Blast.
Yeah.
That if he showed up and you had everything but that, it'd be like, yo, where's the Dew?
Yeah.
Where's the Dew?
You invited me over.
Right,
Yeah,
and you
there
know
go.
what I like.
You know what I like. Yeah.
See, that's like courtesy too. Like when I have parties or when I have a function, I make sure everybody's catered to. And Christian always makes fun of me because you don't got to do that. Like I know that there's vegans coming. I'll have a vegan option. I have options for everybody. And he goes, that's how you end up with too much crap.
Well, he's right. I think there's one of two ways to do it. And I've done them both ways, and I've come to the conclusion that one is better than the other. I've done it like you've done it, Laura, where I want to make sure everybody has exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You end up getting so much stuff. Now, everybody, it's a really nice party, but you end up with so many things. You get, the other way is we're going to have two options. It's this or that. Which one would you like? There's Coke or 7-Up. There's red wine or white wine. There is beer or light beer. Like, we're not going to have 10 different varieties of beer, 10 different bottles of wine. This or that. And it's super easy. And if you're like a vegan or whatever, that's a you thing. I'm having a party. I'm not having a vegan party. If I come to your house and you have nothing but vegan options,
It's pressure.
that's fine.
That's pressure.
That's fine by you.
I made this vegan stuff for you, but I don't want it.
Yeah. But if you
What do I
invited me
do?
to your house
Yeah.
and you had nothing but vegan options, that's fine because I know that's how you
No,
eat.
I made a specific vegan
Yeah.
option for you. This
Yeah.
is you, and then you show up and say, "No, I'm eating meat again. I don't want that."
Yeah.
Then what do I do? Right.
Have the meat.
Thank you
Have
very
the
much.
meat. You can do it.
Yes.
Tonight at 6, after this show, the DeMarco and Travis show, you do not want to miss a brand new edition of Lakers Talk with Andy Kamenetsky. Andy will be taking your calls and giving us that hope and fear as the final week of the season is upon our beaten up purple and gold. Followed at 8 by the Meet the Partners podcast, where Chris Morales sits down with Todd Goldstein, the Chief Revenue Officer of AEG and LA Live. That's tonight on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app.
What are the Lakers' odds to win a championship? I'm just curious.
1,000,000 to 1.
A million to one.
No thanks.
Yeah, Lakers or the field?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not giving you my dollar.
Right,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
right.
No.
I'm wasting money.
Yeah,
Right.
that is what it is. Nope. What else you got? What else you got? It really stinks. We can come back. We can kind of get into the Austin Reaves of it all. Because it turned so fast.
Yep.
And it wasn't just one thing. You're like, all right, look, buckle down. Let's try it. But the
Give
two
me
things.
another collapse like this. I can't come
I
up
can't
with
come
one.
up with something like
Think
this.
about it. I cannot come up where you're thinking one thing, and then over the course of a weekend, it turned just like that.
Like
I
that.
got with the Golden State against the Toronto Raptors with Clay and then with Kevin Durant.
Even then, they
okay.
were still hanging around.
you
Like
still had a shot,
with
yeah.
Steph, you're like, they got a shot. Now, not what they had, but could Steph steal a game? Absolutely. I
So,
don't know.
And
if
we're hoping with LeBron, but at the age of 41, that's the difference.
LeBron 10 years ago, they'd be in trouble, but it wouldn't be a wrap.
Mm.
I think that's the biggest difference. We'll do it next. DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, the clock is ticking on the regular season. Just 3 games remain before the road to the playoffs begin.
Ahead to Reaves. Alley-oop to LeBron! Slam dunk! Highlight play of the month!
And now, it's a Western Conference heavyweight clash. Lakers, Warriors from the Bay Area. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2. The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plas Pro, April 16th through the 19th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including LPGA Major Champion Hannah Green and 2025 champion Ingrid Lindblad. First responders, military, and kids under 17 get in free. It's more than just a golf tournament. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
By the way, DeMarco, I see you rocking that quarter zip today, man.
Am I making a statement with this thing?
Yes.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
It's a quarter zip. We've had these forever.
You and I have been wearing these for 30 years.
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
How could you guys have not have heard that?
Don't you see? Cause it's the perfect taste for me.
Here it is.
Original
Never.
taste, you know. It's making peppers everywhere I go. There's boating peppers, toting peppers, cooking
No, this is the
peppers,
other
and
one.
cooking
This is a
peppers.
different
Wouldn't
one.
you like to be
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Us peppers are an interesting breed.
Is this the dance mix? This is the longest commercial I've ever heard in my life.
Who was the guy that did American Werewolf in London? That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the pepper. That's I'm a pepper. He's the pepper. She's the.
You're right. Yeah,
Wouldn't
that's-
you like to be a pepper too? We were like 10.
I mean, he's got a fro. He's got curly hair. He's dancing
No,
around.
not that guy. Yeah.
Like he's Fred Astaire
Don
out there.
Landis?
That's like 3
No,
times
no,
that's
no, no,
happened.
no.
He's next to Popeye. Why is he next to Popeye?
David?
See, that's older. That's
Next
an
to
older
Popeye.
one. That's
Griffin?
before us. Yeah.
Look up the song "Werewolf in London." That's what DeMarco's talking about.
Werewolf for London.
Right.
Yeah.
That song. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
That Dr. Pepper. That's
Yeah, I didn't know the Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
song.
Just you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just you and
We're
me.
hanging in there.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We're doing fine.
Crazy.
How's that make you feel?
I
How's
had,
that
to
make
go,
you?
I had to go get my cataracts and glaucoma fixed today, but everything's fine.
I can drive a stick.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
Can you?
Oh, Greg, answer the question. Can you? Yeah, this guy did that.
Yeah.
Can you drive a stick,
Can you drive
Greg?
a stick?
No.
Not very well.
No.
There you go. Okay.
Not very well.
D? No.
I've done it. I
No
have
chance.
driven
You're gonna
one.
need us.
Nope.
You're gonna need us. Come
Yeah.
on.
Why are we going to need you?
You can't drive stick. You're gonna need us.
When
Why didn't you
When
ask
your
me?
electric cars break down, you're gonna need us.
You
Yeah.
said you can't do it, right?
I've tried. I haven't done it successfully, but I
Car
can drive a
definitely
stick.
stalled out in the middle
You
of the
think you're
road.
going to get like divine intervention the next time you get behind the wheel?
I did break Briones' car.
it's all about the weight distribution between the clutch and the gas.
Oh my God! Don't ever let him near one of your cars.
I can smell the clutch burning
I was
already.
just going to weight distribution.
Wait,
Yeah, you
I can go to here. I hear the.
Travis,
Guess
why
what?
would you
I
let
got
him
an
behind the
electric car.
wheel?
I don't care.
He's the guy that's going to kill us all on
That's
the
a
road.
good point.
go.
That's
That's
a
true.
very, very good
I
point.
mean,
I like
what I'm
that.
doing is the right thing to do. I'm
No, it's
saving
not.
people's lives. I'm a hero.
Kill his
Wow.
mic.
What were the
DeAndre.
odds on the Lakers again? This
So
is funny.
Lucas popped in during the break, and we were talking about where the Lakers are and their odds to win a championship right now. They are exactly the same odds as the Los Angeles Clippers.
Wow.
Right now, which are, I believe Lucas said 30,000 to 1, or
30,000
maybe it's
to 1.
plus 30,000. Hold on, I'm looking at the text he sent me right now.
Same odds as the Clippers right now.
Yeah, let's see here. The Thunder have the best odds at plus 120. The Lakers are not on this first. There we go. They're on the second page. Yeah, they're plus 30,000.
Okay.
Plus 30.
That's got to be a shot at the Clippers, right?
No,
little bit.
that means that there are like 4 really good teams and everyone else is a Hail Mary.
I mean, but the Lakers are all beat up and they drop to where you are.
They still have LeBron.
They still have LeBron.
And I think that's why it's not plus $30 billion.
I know you don't partake, but if you had to bet that dollar, would you bet it on the Clippers or the Lakers?
Oh, I bet it on the Clippers.
You would?
Like if it's just a straight, like I think what's a better bet?
Yeah.
I'd bet it on the Clippers.
What do you think? A better bet? 30,000 to 1 Clippers or the Lakers to win a championship from this point.
Right now?
Yeah.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
You're betting on Kawhi, not betting on LeBron.
If I had to pick a team right now with both Luka and AR hurt, as long as they're hurt like consistently throughout.
Yeah, you're betting on LeBron or Kawhi.
Yeah, LeBron. I'm betting on Kawhi in this team. They actually have been super hot. They were what were they, like 10, 15, 20 games below 500?
They were
and now
6-21, and then they turned their second half of the season. They went 32-17.
They're the first team in the history of the league to be 15 games under 500 and get back over 500.
Yeah,
that's the first time ever.
So you bet on that team. If I have to bet on one, it's that team.
What would you do? 30,000 to 1, same odds, Clippers or Lakers?
Give me the Lakers. Simple as that.
For LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going with the legend.
Yeah.
Okay, but under that logic, and I hear you, do you think that LeBron has a better chance of pulling a rabbit out of his hat than Kawhi Leonard does? And I get, look, because it's not just an age thing. Obviously, LeBron loses the age. LeBron is probably more durable than Kawhi at any given point.
Who's better right now?
Maybe just because I've recency was seeing LeBron James without Luka and AR and seeing him put up 30 points. I understand it was against the Dallas Mavericks, but him still having the ability to do that, maybe that's why I still have hopes as far as if we were to take into those two teams. And then, I don't know, just as far as just the Clippers, we always see the Clippers in there when it comes to playoffs.
The Clippers in the playoffs is oil and water. It just doesn't mix together
at all.
But it's just, to me, it's a bet between Kawhi and LeBron. And there's a reason they're both plus 30,000. But I feel 1/1,000,000th of a percent better about Kawhi than I would LeBron. And that's the only difference.
Well, to me, the only difference is the roster construction of the Clippers versus
right now? Right now, like the way the Lakers are constructed.
With no Luka and AR, every team in the league is better.
Even the Clippers are better than the Lakers.
The Lakers are better than the Clippers right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I might have to put that money on Kawhi. I might have to put the money on the Clippers, not just Kawhi.
It's not a LeBron thing, DeAndre. It's the rest of the team.
Yeah.
They don't have a team behind it. The roster construction of the Lakers is horrific.
I feel you, though. That's hard. It's hard to bet against
I
LeBron.
still feel like in a given night, if you just want to put those teams together, like, I don't know, I just feel like on a given night, the Lakers can still beat the Clippers, man.
Yeah, like
not with this group.
Not in a 7-game series.
Not with
They would
this
win
group.
one game, maybe, but I don't know if they're winning 4.
What do they have? They don't have anyone. We talked about
they're
this.
so
Like,
shorthanded.
They don't have anyone to put against the Clippers.
I wonder how difficult it's going to be to kind of get off the Clipper thing for half a sec. To put this unbelievably unfortunate last couple of weeks of the season. Just bad luck, right? Luka got hurt, AR got hurt. It's just bad luck. It happened. But unless something really extraordinary happens, this is going to be an ugly ending to the season.
It already is. This is ugly.
Right.
It's gonna get
It
uglier.
is, and it's going to get uglier. Do you kind of throw it in the trash as far as moving forward and trying to evaluate where you go from here into next season? Do you kind of just in your mind's eye, if you're Rob Pelinka, if you're Mark Walter, if you're the smart people in the room, we are the team that went 15-2 in March, or you're clearly not the team you have right now because you're missing your guys, but we're not that, and we need to make drastic changes. Or because it was so good for a month, like, guys, we can run most of that back, or at least the most, and we can run Luka, AR, LeBron, Rui. Like, that was really working out. We can go do more of this. Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton. We can do more of this and add to it. Or, hey, man, if the thing went up in flames again, let's go in a totally new direction.
They're better than I thought they would be, but I had no championship aspirations for this team. This is still a team in transition, right? You're still trying to deal with
think so too.
Building around Luka. So I think you got more out of it than was expected.
Right.
But it's sad that it ended this way. There was some hope, but then it's all gone.
Yeah, DeAndre and I were just talking in the break that we were after that 15-2 month, it was looking at it like, okay, there might be able to do something because how they're playing offensively, defensively, that the way that JJ is putting them in the right positions to succeed. But they were doing all that despite having a bad roster. So all these guys that are on here that are no longer going to be on this team next year, you need to get upgrades of that. You can keep maybe the core of it all, but have to go out and get better pieces around that can fit and beat teams like OKC and San Antonio and Denver and Minnesota, and that's just in the West. Still have to go over and beat Detroit and Boston and the teams that are getting better in the East. They're just not built to beat those teams right now. So in the offseason, you have to be able to beat those teams, and you have the money to do it this year.
So the part of the offseason that you have to go do it, does it 100% include Austin Reaves? And I want to play that other sound that you're talking about, Greg, about Austin and how he fits in economically. And you brought this up earlier, too, that by him not playing in the playoffs, is that a sneaky kind of backdoor way better for Austin Reaves? Because
if I'm him, you're not seeing me for the rest of the year. Just pay me on what you saw.
Yeah. All right. Let's this is a little long, but let's take a listen.
So let's have a lesson in something that Laker fans are going to learn about in a couple of months called a cap hold. When a player comes off of let's say a player's contract ends, like Austin Reaves' contract ends. Let's just, for the sake of argument, for the sake of making it easy to understand, let's just say that the salary cap is $100 million. Everybody can do math very easily there. Let's say the player is making $10 million, okay, and his contract expires. You would say normal, simple math. Well, you have $10 million of cap space. You do not, because a player has what is known as a cap hold. I could go on for an hour as to why this is. Just trust me, okay? And that cap hold sits on your books until you either sign the player or say, we don't want you anymore. We're taking away your rights. You're gone. You're gone. We can't even re-sign you. You're gone. And that is important to understand when it comes to Austin Reaves, and here is why. Most times, a cap hold is a bad thing because it means that you can't spend money that you think is cap space because you've got to deal with that player. And the reason the cap hold exists, people know that to re-sign your own player, you can go over the salary cap. But you can't spend all of your money and then re-sign your player. Your player sits on your book in the form of a cap hold. The thing about Austin is his cap hold is low. His cap hold is going to be lower than his salary. Right. So for the purposes of thinking about how much the Lakers have to spend next year, Austin Reaves will cost the Lakers $21 million. That's not going to be his salary. But when you compute how much cap space the Lakers have, Austin Reaves' cap hold is $21 million. You can sign him for up to $50 million. But he is only going to count as you figure out how much your salary is going to be for $21 million. And that is very, 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 very important.
5 varies.
Okay, because you're going to be able to spend your cap money, and as long as you save $21 million, you can sign Austin to $40. Now, the thing about it is in the apron era and stuff like that, you really cannot afford to big overpay a player because you run into, now you're in the second apron or whatever. But the Lakers will actually have more cap space than it appears because Austin Reaves' cap hold is so low.
That is a really interesting mental exercise.
Yep.
That he's cheap in the sense of the placeholder that he occupies. So he occupies 20% of your cap, but you can actually pay him 40.
You can pay him more.
40 more.
Yep.
LeBron is kind of the opposite of that he occupies a huge chunk of this. And I think because...
So why do you have to do LeBron first?
Because it's a much bigger percentage of your cap.
But you can go ahead and lock up AR. It's only going to be 21, like you said, and then worry about the LeBron thing. Either way, I might...
What he's saying is you don't have to. You don't have to. As long as you save $21 million
right
at the end of everything, go and sign everybody. But at the end, as long as you have $21 million, you can sign Austin
still go
Reaves
over the number
to whatever you want, up to $50 million.
I don't have to rush to sign Austin Rivers, is what you're saying. I'm
no,
worried about the rest of the league.
You just have to save $21 million.
Oh, okay.
Like, as long as you save a $21 million hole in your cap, I can go over that number, but he's saying up to $50 million. But LeBron, I have to hold a $60 million number. $65 million number.
He's going to be first.
Yeah. So that's why we got to figure him out first. Whether you sign him or not is a whole different season. But everybody's 100% good that Austin Reaves is just, he's going to be a $40 million guy and $45 million guy, and we're going to be good with this?
I would nobody's untouchable here.
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking of the big guy or some other big trade, or even Giannis. I'll say the guy's name.
Yeah.
If it's possible to get a guy like Giannis to come this way, the Lakers are still in the running, so to speak. I've heard New York. I've heard Miami. L.A. comes up. Why wouldn't you want to live here? Would you want AR or Giannis?
So, well, I mean, that's a different question, but because of his capital, because he's only worth basically $21 million on this, it makes way more sense to keep him around, because you've already seen what he and Luka do without LeBron. You see what they can be together. But that's the whole thing. What he does in the playoffs, you don't see that.
Can you build enough with those two in the West?
So, yes.
Does that put you like you said? Like you said,
that's the $1 million question for me.
You could do this, and it still might not matter a hill of beans.
You might be in fourth place.
Right.
Yeah.
Or do you actually have a chance to get better and get in there?
So you do have a chance, especially if you build the right way around him. The whole point of this offseason and $100 million in cap space, which only apparently $20 million goes to Austin Reaves, you can go out and have $80 million to go spend on other guys to build a team like Dallas built around Luka and Kyrie. Now, Austin Reaves obviously is not Kyrie Irving.
That's the question to me, is that, and I understand his value. I understand his value relative to the space he holds in the cap hold, relative to how much he made. I understand the value there. My question isn't so much, is it a good value? It is. It clearly is good value.
Does it make you better in the West?
Is he good enough to be the second best player on a team that can compete with those guys?
I don't think you would even say that.
And that, I think, is the tricky. Kyrie Irving, second best player on a team. We've seen it. Yep. He was, right? He was in Cleveland.
No doubt.
Like, he was the second best player on a team with LeBron James, knocked down the shot in Game 7, and we're like, Kyrie Irving is certainly good enough to be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about Austin Reaves.
But if you want to bring up that Cavaliers team, you got to take in consideration they had Kevin Love. They had they had guys.
No,
they had Timothy Mozgov, who at that time was playing really well. They had Iman Shumpert. They had J.R. Smith. They had guys.
They had guys, and the Lakers need more of that, I think, than they do other things. But you still need to be in the NBA pretty top heavy. Like, you're still your best guys, and they've got one of the 5 best players in the league, maybe the 4 best. Like, they've got the most important piece. The hardest thing to get is one of those. They've got one in Luka, but you still need the 2 and the 3 and the 4 through the 7 or 8. I don't know if the 2 is the 2, and if the 2 isn't the 2, then the 3 needs to be better than the other 3s.
Gotcha.
The 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 need to be better more than the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's the part that's so hard to figure out.
Pelinka's still at the controls, right?
I think he is, with some oversight.
Yeah, oversight.
Yeah.
But this is why I asked you, is this the best thing that could have happened to Austin Reaves? Because we're not going to see him in the postseason. We're not going to see if he looks like the guy he was last year. We're only going off of what he did in the regular season alongside Luka. It changes everything about him, because it could go either way. If he goes into the postseason and he looks like the guy last year, where people were picking on him, turnstile, guys were just running right past him. He was not hitting shots. He wasn't being that good.
I still think the Lakers pay him.
It's more likely that
the Lakers pay him.
Maybe, but also, if he's saying, well, I want $40 million, and they're like, no, we want to give you 30, and he wants to go somewhere else for probably around 30, 35, he might go do that, because this is the first time that he has a chance to actually make a good amount of money.
I was just thinking about this too. The Lakers actually did us a favor by getting hurt before the playoffs started.
How so?
Because I said, have you seen a collapse like this? So I just looked it up. Kawhi Leonard got hurt in the playoffs in 2021, and the Clippers were rolling.
And that's where Paul George went off, right?
Yeah. Kevin Durant got hurt in the finals, and Golden State lost that series. Derrick Rose got hurt. Chris Paul got hurt.
Kawhi got hurt as well when he with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Football.
Carson Wentz got hurt late in the year. Remember that when he blew the knee out? They were rolling.
Hey, Nick Foles to the rescue, though.
Right. They did us kind of a favor, I guess, doing it now versus getting your hopes way up.
Yeah, maybe. I'm still my brain is still cranking on the Austin Reaves thing.
Yeah.
And to Greg's question about, did he catch a break by not having to play in the playoffs?
Of course he did.
I don't know, because I think that now he could have dropped, right? If he goes out there and he's as bad defensively as he was last year, then I think we're like, oh boy, that certainly didn't help. But I don't think we're going to forget that either. You know what I mean? Like, just because he's not going to play, I don't think that fast forward to the middle of June when this is all said and done and we're talking about free agents and everything else, that it's going to be like, oh, he's definitely that guy. I think we still know where the ceiling on this is. I think now maybe the floor could have dropped a little more on him, but I don't think that just because he doesn't play, we're going to think that he's the second coming of Kyrie Irving all of a sudden.
But you think he improved from that postseason, right? When Minnesota hammered him going into all the way up until when he got hurt this year, he improved some.
Defensively.
Yeah, I think in certain spots defensively, as far as being in the right rotation and taking charges, like that's a big jump. But we've seen him earlier this season when Luka Doncic and LeBron James were out. There was a week where he was putting up 30 to 35 points, and he won games without them in the lineup. Specifically, that Minnesota Timberwolves one where he had that buzzer beater and he put up 40 points in that game.
Offensively, there's no question in my mind that he's a very, very good borderline all-star player offensively. They've got one of those. I'm not saying having two of them isn't a bad thing, but it's the other parts. It's what you're talking about. It's the idea of whether or not he can elevate his defensive game. Now, clearly, they were better when all of the pieces were there, but those pieces are almost certainly going to change. Like the rest of those pieces are going to be very different a year from now.
I'm willing to say he would have been better in this year's postseason defensively.
He was, but also what you saw was that JJ Redick was putting him in the right places on defense because he was basically hiding him and doing different. He had different sets that they were running on defensively. They were like double teaming. They're going into different types of zones to basically hide the two of them. So it was working well. That means that with better players overall and guys that are 3-and-D or just defensive guys next year, you can hide him a little bit more too. So now you can kind of look at what it would be like moving forward.
You can
next
hide
year.
him a little bit, but it's also the playoffs are
they're going to attack.
They're such a different animal that once the other team, they got coaches too. They get to look at film too.
It's a series,
and it's like, oh, they can't stop this. Well, you're just going to get it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you move on to the next city the night after, like the next one and the next one and the next one. It's a little different than we got to go play these guys 7 times in 13 days.
How does McVay always get the matchup he wants? So he's really good at what he does.
Right.
He scouts.
Right.
Just like the NBA.
Right.
And let's just be honest. I mean, we saw what happened literally last week against Oklahoma City Thunder. And I know he had the oblique strain. I know he was, was going through some pain. But it's going to be it's that same result still shows as far as their physicality, how they bump him and how he gets off, try to do the 2-man game, pick and roll, and it doesn't work. He's turning the ball over. Like, when you match up against teams that are a lot more physical, like the Thunder, like the Spurs, hell, we even saw it with the Minnesota Timberwolves. When you put size, as far as a guy like Jaden McDaniels or Kason Wallace, who's hounding him throughout the whole entire court, problems do show as far as when there's younger athletic guys.
The current Lakers or the Michigan Wolverines? Who would you take in a 7-game series?
I think that's easy.
The Lakers by 1 million. Yeah. This is the easiest answer. This every guy in the Lakers, while struggling now, they are NBA players. The guys in the Michigan Wolverines have a few NBA players, but it's not the whole roster. Little straight up. I got a lot of things I got to get off my chest, DeMarco. We're going to get to all of them coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's springtime in SoCal, and if you're still on those same old floors, make a power move with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Millions of in-stock options. Hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, even turf. No waiting on spring sales, just true wholesale pricing every single day. Extra savings for first responders, military, and veterans, plus price match. Hit the showroom right off the 5 freeway or check them out at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No games, no gimmicks, because no spring sale beats wholesale.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m., and try our new Chili Crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
And did you hear about Kyle Shanahan?
Well, that's the sound we're about to play.
Okay, jerkface, I'm working with you here so we can work in unison.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
See this? You don't have to be so snarky about it.
Well, I didn't know where we were going.
God.
That's why I set it up.
Sound, you know?
That's what I was trying to do.
At least
right, we're doing it together, like as a unit.
I didn't know.
Yesterday, I got called a doofus. Okay?
I didn't know we were working together on it.
And George told me yesterday, doofus is a much lighter, easier,
Oh, yeah.
sweeter
No,
thing to
this
say.
was annoying because of it, just the tone.
Right.
Well, I didn't know if you were about to cut me off
I
or
can't
what.
tell that you're setting it up by the way you're talking.
Well, you didn't give us a lot on Aaron Glenn, so I thought maybe you were doing something else, so I was going to try to steer it. That's all.
It wasn't.
Trying to help you.
They signed the guy.
Listen, doofus.
The hell kind of question is that?
Yes, thank you.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
And it is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up. With Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. And made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it. Straight Up with Travis Rogers right now.
So I had my sunglasses on for most of the show today. My pupils are back to normal size, or at least close to them, enough to where I could take my glasses off inside.
Ugh.
So I went to the eye doctor today. What's the point of telling me to show up at a certain time? Because I was on time.
Appointment time?
Yeah. I had an appointment at 11 o'clock this morning. Okay. I walked through the front door of that office at 10:50. Okay. Was pre-checked in on my phone, had nothing to do. I'm here. She said, great. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Perfect. Sit down on my phone, staring at it, whatever. At like 11:02, Travis, come on back. Great. Perfect. We're on. And this guy is notoriously running behind. I'm like, all right, today's the day. We're going to actually hit this thing perfect. Go in there. They put some drops in my eyes. We go sit down somewhere. Oh, he's a little backed up. It'll be a few minutes. By the time it was all said and done, I'd been there nearly an hour and 40 minutes.
Ooh.
What's the point?
Ooh.
What do we do? Like, what is the point? If you're running that far behind, call me and say, hey, listen, we're off schedule. Come 90 minutes past your time and we'll get you in and out. I do not understand the life of me, because if I'm late, I know I'm going to get bumped to the back of the line.
Yes.
Probably.
It's crazy to me. Like, let's figure this out. 5 minutes, no problem. 10 minutes, it happens to anybody. 15, all right. Let's get tightened. This. An hour and 15 minutes later?
Perhaps something went awry ahead of
No.
you?
It's an eye doctor.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can't
but
see, Doc. Help me.
Every time I go into this office, it's
That's
the
an
same
issue.
thing. And I think today is the day.
You're Mike Trout.
I think today. No, I want to show you something, so you know I'm not BSing you.
Yeah.
I want to show you something. This is what I said to Susan at the end of this, so you can confirm by this. I'm done with this doctor. He sucks. He always takes forever.
Okay.
So
done.
we're done there.
You're done.
I'm
Okay.
like I'm out.
There you go.
Like this is not working for me anymore.
That is an option.
Is your PCP, your primary care, the same?
No.
Okay, so
No.
I love my primary care doctor. I purposely turn down certain higher whatever because I want to keep my doctor. I've had her for years. I love her. She has saved my life in so many different ways. But she is so bad at keeping an appointment. If I have a 9 a.m. and I have to be here now at 11, I literally have to text Greg, hey, I'll be here at noon because she's like an hour late. She's never on time. I cannot get rid of her because... But
I don't mind hire more staff. Do something.
So bad.
I don't mind waiting my turn. I just don't like dysfunction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're telling me, or tell me, hey, listen, you might be here 2 hours. Okay, then I can make a choice. Anyways, try to make it. That's number one. I have a second part of my straight up today. This is a little sad, but also circle of life kind of stuff. Davey Lopes died at the age of 80 today, and I think probably most people know Davey Lopes, but for maybe some of the younger crowd, let me tell you who Davey Lopes was. Davey Lopes played a long time in the major leagues and was a very, very good player. He played for the Dodgers in the early part of his career. Made the All-Star team 4 times, stole a bunch of bases, led the National League in steals a number of times, played in the World Series 4 times, played in the World Series in 74, 77, 78, and then won the World Series with the Dodgers in 1981. And he was also part of a record-setting infield that still stands to this day, and I would bet it's going to stand the test of time when Ron Say, Bill Russell, Davey Lopes, and Steve Garvey, those 4 guys were all in the same infield for 8 consecutive seasons.
Wow.
8 years those guys played together, and that's an incredible accomplishment. But what Davey Lopes and many of his teammates did is they were the backbone of the team when I fell in love with baseball. They were the team that I grew up in Los Angeles. The Dodgers were really good in the 70s, and I was a baseball kid, and I wanted to watch baseball, and Davey Lopes batted leadoff for that team every single day, played second base every single day, and he was never my favorite player, but he was there all the time. And him and Russell and Say and Garvey and Dusty Baker and Reggie Smith and Steve Yeager and that whole group of guys from the mid to the late 70s were what made me the baseball fan I am today. And just a little shout out to Davey and his family. He's 80 years old. But there are just a few names you remember when you first start watching this stuff
Davey Lopes.
that make you that put a smile on your face, and Davey Lopes was one of those guys.
Looked good doing it. The only surprise about that is I didn't know he was that much older than us.
Yeah, 80.
Like when we came to know Davey Lopes, he was already up there.
So when
age.
I'm trying to think, so I'm doing some quick math. So when I was 7, let's call it.
Yeah.
Davey was, and I'm 54, so I'm 24 years. So yeah, he was
way
closing in on 30.
Way up there. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, closing in on 30 years old.
Shout out to Davey Lopes. He played for the A's. I remember
Played
him.
for the A's, and played for the Astros, managed the Brewers briefly for a period of time, was the first base coach for the Dodgers for a long time. But those 4 guys, in my mind's eye, still just I see them all together, and what an incredible accomplishment.
Baseball
Great career.
does a moment of silence, right? That's what they do.
They'll probably put his number on their sleeve. Is typically what like last year with Fernando, they wore the 34 on their sleeve, and Davey obviously was a great Dodger. A little before your time, Greg.
Yeah, he was a little bit before my time, but I mean I definitely knew who Davey Lopes was. He was also the first base coach for the Dodgers for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I love what Justin Turner said on Twitter. He said, Davey Lopes, such a straight shooter and a great baseball mind. I'll never forget being on first base for 3 or 4 pitches and him looking right at me and saying, what the hell are you waiting for? Go.
That's funny. Wow.
That's some baseball talk right there.
Yeah. No, but so Davey Lopes, I mean, I didn't watch him live because I wasn't alive yet, but for the most part, I mean, I've heard stories upon stories upon stories about Davey.
So Davey Lopes, you know, but Dr. Pepper, you don't know. You don't know about
well, I know Dr. Pepper. I don't know the song that Dr. Pepper. I'm a pepper.
Wow.
You're a pepper.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Drink Dr. Pepper. Be a Dr. Pepper.
I mean, it's a delicious drink, but I don't need all that.
I don't want to be a pepper.
It's funny, like when you're a kid, the stuff that you see first, you think is the best stuff. And
Yeah,
sometimes if you're lucky, it may actually be,
Yep.
but it's just like, well, I know what this is. I like this. Therefore, it has to be the best thing.
Greatest ever.
And I remember when, the Dodgers in the 70s were really good, but you know who else was really good in the 70s in the National League, and the National League West in particular? The Cincinnati Reds and the Big Red Machine. And when Joe Morgan was like the all-star second baseman for the National League, I was just incensed. Like, this is a bunch of garbage. Like, why isn't Davey Lopes? Well, because Joe Morgan might have been the best second baseman ever. Maybe that had something to do with
Speaks
it.
to your
but
fandom.
Yeah, I'm like, Davey's getting robbed. Davey should be the all-star second baseman.
Real quick, how do you guys think ABS is doing? Because this is becoming a normal thing now.
I love it. I love it so much.
NBA is this, right?
That's reset the clock.
No, I thought that was replay.
No, that's replay.
Oh, is that replay?
Like, that's replay. Yeah.
That's replay.
Oh, okay.
Like go run it back. Run it back. You tell the coach.
Yeah.
NFL is this.
Okay.
Challenge it.
Yeah.
And now baseball is
tap your head.
Tap your head.
10 out of 10, no notes.
10 out of 10.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
You working for you?
Everything about it, I love.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would actually like more for them to have more challenges, but for the most part, I love it all the way through.
So from my understanding, so it works so well and it's so quick, and it's just it either is or it isn't. There's no ambiguity. It either hits the box or it doesn't. That I would think we're getting really close and more quickly than I would have thought initially to just having it call every pitch. Like just the umpire
Seems
doesn't
like that's the natural order
It
of
is.
things.
The umpire doesn't lose his job because we still need him back there for other things. He's just not going to call balls and strikes. Everybody throws too hard, ball moves too much. But there's just a fraction of a delay in it, just enough to where it could raise some problems in it in real time, because sometimes I need to know if it's strike three, if the play's in, I could throw the ball down. All of these other things that could happen. Like it's not instantaneous where the ball comes in, slap of the glove, the umpire calls ball or strike, and we go from there. That it's a fraction of a second, but it's just long enough to where it might cause problems. But once they get that little microsecond ironed out, I think it's here, and I think it's here to stay.
And guess what they'll do? They'll figure that part out. Because even when I'm watching on Sportsnet LA, every single pitch that's even semi-close, they immediately show the box on the side of the screen. I already know that it's almost right there. So they have that exact same thing, too. I get what you're saying.
This, though? Aren't you going to miss that?
Let Rosie the robot do it.
Right.
Yeah. Strike three.
He can still do it. It's going to be a red light strike ball, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Aren't you going to miss that?
Was it like Enrico Palazzo?
Yeah, you know something.
It could be one of those things where, like, the umpire is looking through something, and all of a sudden, like in his mask, a little thing lights up red, and he bangs it, and he's still back there.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Has more help. Okay.
Did you see that Will Smith challenged the very first pitch of the game from Shohei Ohtani?
And it wasn't close.
And
it was not a close one.
No, it's weird. Like, that's just, unless it's outside by 1.5 feet, like maybe we keep that in our back pocket past the first pitch of the game. It's weird.
If you're wrong, what happens? You lose.
You get 2, and you only get to be wrong twice.
You lose it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can be right 100 times. You can get 100 of them if you keep getting them right.
Man, you got to back your pitcher, you know.
On the first pitch?
Hey, man.
And you're wrong?
I'm trying to get the guy's confidence up.
And
I don't know.
And you're wrong?
Look good to me, Shohei.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny to watch, and you can see who the Dodgers trust to use it and not to use it. Because Alex Freeland today had one that was clearly a ball, and it was a strikeout. He would have walked.
Oh, yeah.
And instead, he just walked off the field. I'm like, yep, they're not letting Alex Freeland take that.
So if I challenge as a hitter, can my manager override?
No,
we don't override.
No.
If you do it, you're challenged.
One of the things that's been there's a bit of a wrinkle here because we're figuring it out. It has to be almost instantaneous. You can't look for someone else to say, yeah, thumbs up. It has to be ball in. Nope. You
challenge. I like that.
There was one the other night that I thought was going to go a weird way. So I forget who the teams were, but the pitch is right down Main Street. I mean, it's belt high right down Main Street. The umpire does not call it a strike. Well, the catcher catches it, and it's right there, and he throws it. He's getting ready, and he turns around to the umpire, and he's like, "Did you call that a ball?" And the umpire is like, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Okay,
challenge.
Here."
Yeah.
But it was a full 3 seconds, and it's supposed to be within like a second or two that you challenge it. But it was such a bad call that the catcher thought, like, "Okay, I don't need to check." What? Really? And so he almost was a little too late because we've seen guys tap late and the umpire's like, it's too late. You can't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Needs to come in quick.
A few more kinks in there. Yeah.
They'll figure it out. Straight Up With Me is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. So I got a couple of days off coming the next couple of days. I'm going to see the rodeo, my man.
The rodeo. Look at you.
I'm going to watch some horses and
Wait a
cows
minute.
and
What are you going to wear?
Probably something similar to this.
You going to wear boots?
I don't have boots.
You don't have boots?
If I had boots, I would wear them.
I'm going to have to get you some boots.
Susan had an outfit.
What about a hat?
I might wear the hat.
Hat and the buckle?
Buckle might get covered up by other parts of my anatomy, but yeah.
You gonna wear one of those little ties? What are they called?
Bolo ties.
Bolo ties. You gonna wear a
No,
bolo
I
tie?
might wear a little pearl snap shirt or something like that.
Oh, pearl snap.
Susan had the whole getup. She had the boots, the skirt, the hat, the vest.
Chaps. You gonna go?
I
chaps?
was into it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, hey,
yes,
what's up?
sir.
How you feeling? Yeah, I really was. I was like, that looks pretty darn good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We're gonna go watch the rodeo in San Luis Obispo tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Go
I don't
see
know what
some
we're gonna
bulls.
see. Hopefully, I can see a little roping, a little bronco or bull riding or
Go
something.
see some cowboys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never get on a bull. Have you seen the size of those
Dude,
things?
those things are crazy.
You're out of your mind.
I'm gonna have a few beers. I'm gonna eat a few pieces of barbecue.
Okay, we had this. Okay, do they actually serve barbecue at a rodeo? Do you want the smell of cow?
It's kin.
Oh, I mean, I would rather have the smell of the barbecue.
No. I don't think he's understanding what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're watching the animals while you're eating the animals.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Do they serve?
Hey, one thing or the other, it's fine.
Like, is a bull a little extra angry? It's like, dude, they're eating Chuck.
Right.
Like, that's Dave.
They're eating my
Look at that was my, look what they did to him.
Maybe incite them to come after you, but
I'm
it's
just saying.
it's
Okay.
tasty.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Tell
when
me
you
what they
brought
serve.
I've
Tell me what they serve.
I
at a
bet you
rodeo.
there's hot dogs. I don't know what it's in a hot dog, but something
away with a
close
hot
to
dog.
an animal.
Yes.
That's for sure. Tonight at 6, after this show, don't miss the brand new edition of Lakers Talk with AK, Andy Kamenetsky. And he'll take your calls, get you ready for the final week of the season. The Lakers are limping to the finish line. A little hope and fear coming your way. That's followed at 8 o'clock by the Meet the Partners podcast, where Chris Morales will sit down with Todd Goldstein, the Chief Revenue Officer of AEG and LA Live. That's tonight on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. We got a little shop talk coming up next.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tomorrow, the clock is ticking on the regular season. Just 3 games remain before the road to the playoffs begin.
Ahead to Reaves. Alley-oop to LeBron. Slam dunk. Highlight play of the month.
And now it's a Western Conference heavyweight clash. Lakers, Warriors from the Bay Area. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort. You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up. Then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
I know just enough to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. That, by the way, goes for almost everything except for drinking and baseball.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Puppy power!
I did not know you had that in you.
Come on. I just love that show. Come on.
Back to the guys.
Puppy power!
I love that drop.
You do have a little Scrappy-Doo vibe going on over there.
Sean Gilbert was 6'6", from Pitt.
Yeah.
Same school as Aaron. And Jimmy Jones, he was the first of the Plan B free agents.
Okay.
They paid him like $2.5 million from Dallas.
Okay.
And he was like 6'5". And I was the third tackle at 6'1".
Scrappy-Doo.
Scrappy-Doo.
Puppy power!
Yeah.
All right, let's start with some birthdays here. John Schneider turned 66. Do you know who that is? I know you know who that is, but do you know his real name?
John Schneider.
John Schneider.
The manager of the Blue Jays.
Not that John Schneider. A
The
different
actor.
one. Yes, who
John
played.
Schneider?
Yeah, you're there. Yeah, come on.
No.
Get across the finish line. Just a good old boys.
Oh, my God. Luke.
Bo.
Oh, played Bo.
It was Bo.
Dark hair.
No,
blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
Oh, my gosh.
Luke was Tom Wopat.
Ah.
Yeah.
John Schneider is 66.
Bo Duke.
I did not know. That's
Yes.
I love that car.
Yeah,
I did.
No.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Neither did I. I remember I wanted like, hey, I forget we were selling like the Stars and Bars was on like a T-shirt. I'm like, I want that. My mom's like,
no,
hell no.
You can't have it.
Like we're not. No,
John
we're
Schneider.
not doing that.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb turns 27 years old.
You
today.
thought he was older, Laura.
Laura wanted to put him in the home.
Yeah.
No, not the home, but I thought he was like, for whatever reason, when I look at him, he looks like he's in his mid-30s.
Ah, that's the sweet spot.
mid-30s?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb looks in his mid-30s?
Yes, the pictures that I've seen, I was like, ooh, bro, you have a little bit of run in you.
Oh.
Then you said what, DeMarco?
He's in Dallas.
That'll age a man.
Heartbeat, yes.
You know what my favorite part about CeeDee Lamb is that he spells out CD.
CD.
I love
Isn't that great?
I just think that because it could just easily be like JT, AJ,
DJ.
Yeah.
CD.
CD. I love that.
I
think
have
that's
a
awesome.
DJ that spells it
DJ. Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. National Empanada Day. Everybody, we good?
Absolutely.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
More,
Okay.
please.
Good. Yeah, those are good. National Zoo Lovers Day.
I'm okay.
They bum me out, man.
I'm all right. Yeah, they're kind of depressed in there, aren't they?
The
Yeah.
zoo is hard.
No.
It is
I went.
depressive.
First of all, the LA Zoo, just in general, extremely depressing. Just, when was the last time
animals.
you were actually at the
Yeah,
LA
that's
Zoo?
what we're saying, where it's
Yeah.
depressive.
Yeah, we're all on the same page.
No, but it's but the
it's
way
been 15 years, probably.
Yeah, that place is depressing just how it looks, and
Yeah.
not just because the animals are locked up in cages, just the place itself.
Oh, the place
the
itself
place
is
itself.
depressing. Oh.
I loved the
looks
zoo
depressing.
as a kid.
I loved taking my kids to the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a great day. But,
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
It's not the easiest
No.
thing in the world. Echo Farms Dairy Company of New York sold milk in glass bottles for the first time in the United States in the year 1879.
Really?
I'm going to date us again here, DeMarco. Did you ever have or know anybody that had a milkman?
I don't think I grew up maybe in my dad's neighborhood.
Yeah.
There was a milkman.
Yeah.
Yes.
My grandmother had a milkman that I can remember showing up.
No way.
Really?
There was a
That's
little
wild.
door on her back porch, a
Yep.
door just big enough for a milk
With the
bottle to fit through.
bottles.
With the you'd
With
have the
the
box,
bottles.
and you would put the box, and then they would put the empty bottles out, and they would put the full bottles back inside on the back
With
porch.
the aluminum top.
Would they go door to door?
Yes.
They would go door to
They
door.
would go through the neighborhood and bring you fresh milk.
Wow.
Yeah. And and I'm old enough to remember that happening. So
Okay.
it was like in the 70s.
That's crazy because obviously I've only seen it in movies.
Yeah.
But when I went to Mexico maybe 2 years ago when my grandpa was really sick, I remember telling my mom, like, oh, I want coffee. I want Starbucks. And where my mom's from, it's very rural, so they don't have that. My aunt laughed and she's like, no, honey, we go to the store. So the way they do it is like somebody comes and like sells the tortillas, like a man like that.
Yeah.
Or like the meat and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's wild. Because we don't do that.
It was
They
in-
buy things
Well,
by the
milkman's
day.
not so shocking. We do DoorDash now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like
But
he
it's
would come like
different.
every other day.
Right.
Like whether you needed it, and he'd bring milk, like the
Yes.
whole milk, the skim milk. If you wanted buttermilk, you could get a bottle of butter.
True.
Like it was It was terrific.
Greg, don't you get your groceries delivered, Greg?
I do not get my groceries.
Oh, no, that's his
He does his laundry.
So you do your laundry by
What's the
hand.
difference in not getting your groceries delivered then?
Well, you want to go because when
You gotta pick your produce.
No, you
though.
have to pick your produce
Yeah.
because they always bring you fruit and it's all nasty and has.
Well, because nobody's going to pick that. If you go in there, you're not going to get the apple with the big bruise on the side. You're going to get a good apple.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
but
why
they
I
don't
get my
care.
own groceries.
There you go.
But they don't mess with my laundry.
With the laundry, you don't get the wonderful
Rinse
smell
is
of
the
the laundry.
greatest
True, I
app
know.
in the history of apps.
Satisfaction. There you go.
Do they sponsor you? They should.
They do not, but they should. I'm trying.
1974, Hank Aaron hit his record-breaking 715th home run to beat the Babe against Greg. You should know this.
I should know this. I can see him in that like blue and white Braves
It
uniform.
It was. Was it?
Against the Dodgers.
It was
against
Oh, my
Dodgers.
God.
Vin Scully was on the call. Again, just the serendipity of Vin Scully's career. Like he was always around these incredible moments. He hit it off of Al Downing.
No way.
Yep, the
Wow.
record-breaking home run right there. 1979, the last episode of All in the Family aired. We were talking about that. I remember that show being on the air. I remember people loving it, but I don't remember how it ended.
Okay, so I looked at it. It said he was considered to have died, but he went on to Archie Bunker's place after All in the
Was there a
Family.
resurrection?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Right.
They killed him off at the end of All in the Family?
Do you remember how it ended? I don't
No.
know if Archie, but it says here he went on to Archie Bunker's place, so I guess he didn't die at the end of All in the Family.
They saved him at the hospital.
I guess so. Right,
I guess so. Speaking of finales, today in 1998, the final episode of Seinfeld was filmed in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So, you
That's
guys,
when they were in
you've
jail.
heard me say this.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's where they end up in jail. I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. I know that show backwards and forward. I love the show. That finale was about as bad of a job as you could have done on that show. It was dreadful.
It was everything you didn't want in the finale.
Yes, it was so. And it recycled jokes, the same characters for these little cameos that weren't there. I don't know. Have something like there's great finales. We've seen finale. Cheers has a great finale. I think Sopranos has a really good finale. Like there are. I'm not saying it's easy.
I hated it at the time.
Yeah, but now that we watch it again, you're like,
It makes sense now.
Okay,
Yeah,
it makes
okay.
sense. The Seinfeld one. Did you not like it either, Greg?
No, it was terrible. But in honor of Seinfeld, just in general, and the fact that the dentist office was not, or no, eye doctor was not able to keep your appointment, I have something very funny for you. Do you have this, DeAndre?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have no midsize available at the moment.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
I understand,
I
sir.
know why we have reservations.
I don't think
I
you
don't
do.
think you do.
Yep. Why did I show up at 11 if you weren't going to see me till 12:30?
That's great.
You know how to
And by the
take
way-
the reservation. You don't know how to keep the reservation.
Keeps the car here.
Guy looked at my eye for 30 seconds.
That's
And
it.
it was an hour and a half
Thank you for an
late.
hour and 40. Wow.
That looks good. You're fine. Thanks for nothing, I guess.
I guess so.
Here's some money.
Have
Thank
fun
you.
at the rodeo,
Thank
man.
you. I cannot wait. I will
Yes.
send you some pictures of old Chuck on the plate. AK with Lakers Talk coming up next.
April brings showers, and I'm bringing soap. Lots of it. Now your top reasons to visit Maroon.